Hello, culés. How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live. It's Matchday 26 in LaLiga this afternoon. And boy, is this a big one. It's crunch time really in the season. We're nearly in March, the last day of February today. And it's Barça first in LaLiga versus Villarreal third. A real clash that all of Spain will have its eyes on. Spencer Siegel, welcome back, my friend. Ooh. If last week against Levante was a lot more low-key, quite calm, we were in control for a lot of it, this should be quite good and quite tense, right?
I'm wondering how calm and in control we're going to be throughout the course of 90 minutes, because it tends to change from one game to the next, and normally, well, at least in the last couple of weeks, it's been far less predictable than we thought, because we've had games where we thought would be calm that weren't. We've had games that we thought would be chaotic that turned into calm, and here we go with 1 versus 3, like you said. Barça, Villarreal. This should be a really good one today. I'm wondering what Villarreal will bring to the table.
It is interesting, isn't it? Villarreal are quite comfortably, really, in Champions League spots right now, bearing in mind that 5th gets it into the European competition next season too. You have to look down to 6th, and you can see the difference in points on your screens right now with the teams beneath them. They are 3 points above Atleti, also in 3rd, so having an excellent season are Marcelino's team. A massive warm welcome to everyone in the members live chat. Gloria is in, Bruna is in, We Are The Best Galatasaray is here, Mac Lumvist, Anir, Brita Malagita, Charlotte. Good afternoon to all of you. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching around the world, and welcome to the party. Welcome to the show, people. You can see on our screens right now that Barça Atletic have got a game coming up this afternoon too. That's a 4 o'clock local time in Catalonia here, kickoff. They're away to Valencia Mestalla's side, so Valencia's B team. That's kickoff at live at 4 o'clock on FC Barcelona's YouTube channel. You have to become a premium member of the channel if you want to watch that. I saw a few premium members a few moments ago. Amelie, welcome. Pedro Meroda, welcome. Both of you can now watch Barça Atletic live if you are a premium member. Right, without any further ado, Spence, let's show the Barca lineup for today's game. And this is quite interesting. It really is for Hansi Flick. This is what he goes for this afternoon then. Joan Garcia in goal. Koundé, Koubarsi, Eric and Balde across the back line. De Jong is out injured for 5 to 6 weeks, as we know. Big loss for Barca. Pedri is on the bench today, so Bernal, Fermin and Olmo are midfield, and then Ferran gets the nod up front, Rafinha and Lamine are flanking him.
Yeah, are you asking me to rate the lineup 1 to 10?
You can, or just your thoughts in general.
Because I think the chat should rate the lineup 1 to 10. But for me, this, as my general thoughts goes, is back to Balde time on the left. That's both, I think, good and surprising. So good because let's see if there has been a change or two from the last time he came out there where his role was slightly less defined. Surprising because Joao Cancelo played very well the last time out, but
yes,
well, rotations are necessary. And then in the midfield, you mentioned that Pedri's on the bench. That is good. And what is not surprising is that Marc Bernal is back in the lineup. And while Frankie's injury is difficult for Barca to deal with, Marc Bernal is clearly a proven force. Let's see if he can make it 2 games in a row playing the way he played last weekend.
Yeah, certainly. So the man who got Barca scoring up and running against Levante there, Bernal. I get the feeling he's got a big role again in that midfield spot. He's not got a natural sort of number 6 or even an 8 really around him. Fermin and Olmo, both attacking players. So Flick going for the jugular here against a very good Villarreal side. Let's go to the Spotify Cup now. We can connect with our colleague Llorenç Tares. He is pitch side for this one. Llorenç. We don't have Llorenç yet, so we'll go to him in a few moments' time. Spence.
Hurry up, Llorenç.
Lineup from 1 to 10, guys. Let us know in the members live chat. Alia says it's an 8.8, Spence. There you go. So an 8.8 for Alia. I agree. I think it's strong. Are you worried with no De Jong and no Pedri in there? I know De Jong we can't control, but those are 2 big misses for Barca today.
Not particularly. Not yet, at least. Listen, talk to me in the 60th minute if I'm worried that Pedri isn't there, and then he'll probably magically show up. So that could change things, because I think Marc Bernal gave us that comfort last time around when Pedri wasn't there. Even though they don't play the same position, his calmness in the midfield, not just the goal he scored, but everything else he did, worked really well.
Yeah, interesting indeed. So we'll go to Llorenç in a few moments' time. We won't go to him just yet. Spence, key player for today's game. Let's stick speaking about the Barca lineup this afternoon, which, as you can see, is on your screens, people. This is what we have for the key player today then. I've gone for Joan Garcia as an option, Spence. I just think that he could be, well, it could be his sort of afternoon if Villarreal are a side who are to get through us. Bernal, I said that last week again, I understand he has such a big role in midfield today, of course, with Olmo and Fermin who are going to be ahead of him. That's not a new role, but against a side as good as Villarreal are, maybe it is a new challenge. And then Ferran, who maybe hasn't been in as good scoring form as he was at the start of the season in recent weeks, but he's got a big task this afternoon, doesn't he?
He's got a big task. Ferran is the one that we haven't talked about a ton so far because I don't. If you pick Joan Garcia to be the key player of the game, then you're asking for a difficult game, and I don't want that. I would like a cleaner, more friendly game for Barça, and for him to not have to face so many shots. Bernal, for example, we talked about his influence, his ability to get in and out of areas in the midfield that have been more difficult for Barça lately, but Ferran is the other one too, because while Lewandowski, I thought, got into the right spots, Ferran also needs his time at that number 9 position. And this could be a game for him. I just don't know exactly how the flow of this game is going to go. That's one thing I'm really unsure of, is who's going to dominate possession more? Are Barca going to try and break quicker than normal, or are they going to utilize patience? Remember, no Pedri. So yeah. I'm not quite sure yet. And normally I have a good idea, but this one I don't really know.
I'm also quite intrigued, Spence. It really is. Like, I just wonder which way Barca go with this. Are they going to go full attack, or is it going to be more open?
The lineup would indicate, as you said, Olmo and Fermin would mean players are going to push forward, and then Bernal is that last line of midfield defense before you get to the actual last line of defense. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a few other options for key player in here. We are the best Galatasaray has gone Pau Cubarsí, actually.
What a name, by the way.
I know.
To then fly the Barca flag in the chat, which is what this person is doing. I mean, hey.
I love it.
More power to you.
Another team, by the way, through
way to get past. Yeah, I was going to say, way to get past Juventus al final, That was a tough one.
That was a tough one. Soreva says key player Fermin all day. Okay, interesting. Alia says Rafa for this one. Mike Lumbus says Bernal is the man. Lots of options in the chat for you guys. Right, let's go to Llorens now. He's at the Spotify Camp Nou for this afternoon's game. A really big one for Barça in the title race. Llorens.
Bona tarda, Pablo Spence. Bona tarda des del Spotify Camp Nou, on tot està preparat per viure aquest partidàs avui entre Barça i Villarreal. Welcome, Pablo. Good afternoon, Spence. It's going to be a big, big game. Big, big test and also challenge for Barça against one of the probably best teams in La Liga. Villarreal has quality, has a good transition, and really, we need a good Barça in order to win the 3 points. Avui és un partit molt important, companys, ja ho sabem, perquè arrenca una fase decisiva abans de la propera aturada per compromisos de seleccions, que serà al mes de març. Avui aquest duel contra el Villarreal, primer contra tercer de la Lliga. Evidentment, molt pendents del partit entre setmana de dimarts contra l'Atlético de Madrid a la Copa i també la visita a Sant Mamés abans d'arribar a aquesta eliminatòria de Champions contra el Newcastle. Per tant, dies importants per al Barça de Hansi Flick, que té, ja ho sabeu, la baixa de Frenkie de Jong per a les properes 5-6 setmanes. Avui Pedri, ja ho heu vist, no és titular, per tant el Barça busca rotacions per arribar el més fresc possible, no només per al partit d'avui, sinó per tota aquesta sèrie d'enfrontaments. Al davant, un Villarreal que compta l'estadística. Ha guanyat en 3 de les últimes 4 visites aquí al camp del Barça, perquè la temporada passada, per exemple, va guanyar l'estadi Lluís Companys a l'estadi olímpic de Montjuïc. Serà, sens dubte, un gran partit, tot preparat, de seguida Hansi Flick amb nosaltres i preparats per viure aquest partidàs. Jo he dit la meva porra, Pablo, 3-1, avui victòria del Barça, esperem que així sigui.
Llorens, thank you very much. We'll go and connect with you in just a few moments' time. Llorens has gone 3-1. Interesting, Spence. We'll show ours later, won't we? And you and the members live chat will have your chance to also give your predictions for this game too. We've heard from Llorens, we've heard from ourselves. How about Hansi Flick, Spence, who, by the way, is taking charge of his 100th game in charge of FC Barcelona this afternoon. Hansi, what a milestone. Let's hear what the coach has to say ahead of this one.
Next to Hansi Flick. Hi, Hansi. Today is a big, big game. Probably one of the best teams of La Liga. They are good in transition. They play well. They have a lot of quality. Where is the key? What kind of game do you expect for tonight? For today?
No, we're playing at home. We have to play our game, our best level, and we know this. They are waiting also our mistakes. So we have to limit it. And at the end, this a fast team with a lot of good transitions.
You said yesterday winning gives confidence to the team. How important today is not only for the La Liga, but also for the next games are coming in La Liga, in the Cup, and also the Champions League.
So now what I said to the team, now we have 7 games till the international break. And for us, it's a good opportunity to show where we are. So this is what I want to see from the team. Playing as a unit, as a team. So we never give up, especially then next Tuesday. But today it's important to win.
Injuries are part of the sport. Now Frank is for a week's out. Today Pedri is not in the lineup. How is he? It's just to rest a little bit, or how is Pedri?
No, we have Pedri comes from an injury, long weeks out, and so we have to go step by step. It's for me also for the team very important to have him back, but we have to see paso a paso. So 45 minutes for today. More and less, but we decided to bring him in the second half.
And last one, so quickly, is the team able physically? How is the team physically to face these important upcoming games?
Of course, this is their job, and I think they are prepared. So the next days, the next weeks are about playing, resting, playing, resting. So it's like that.
Good luck, Hansi.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Hansi Flick there speaking to Llorens ahead of this game. Paso a paso, he said there, Spence.
He's going to be doing at some point he's going to be doing his post-game conferences in Castellano at some point.
Yeah, he will be. Hansi Flick there, who, just taking things one game at a time. He did speak about Pedri not being involved from the start today. He did say that, look, Pedri's come back from a long-term injury. We need to take things one step at a time with him. He said, I've told the team we've got 7 games before the international break. Play, rest, play, rest, play, rest. That's very much going to be the way of things right now. You may be able to see, guys, the little banner we've got across the bottom. The Barça Atletic are playing a game right now. That's in the 4th tier of Spanish football. They're up against the Valencia's B team. An important game for a side who are looking for promotion this season. If you want to watch that in full, then you can go over and make yourself a Barça YouTube Premium member.
Is that a live shot? No.
Yeah, it's live.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, the technology available to us. That's incredible. Love it.
That's starting expense in 2 minutes' time. Guys, if you aren't a Barça YouTube Premium member, make yourself a Premium member today. I said it earlier. We had a few who made themselves Premium members of the channel earlier on in today's program.
That man.
This is the opportunity for you. Hit me.
Alex Cortez. Great defender.
Yeah, good centre back.
Fantastic centre back. And I also like Ureña.
Yeah, you're a fan of Ureña,
I like Ureña.
Delgado's been scoring a lot, hasn't he, since joining? They're an exciting team to watch, Spence. Injuries have been a real shame this season, haven't they? But, I mean, you've done a few of these games. Tell the people, go over and watch it. It's good fun as well. I think Belletti's done a good job as well.
It is. No, it's good fun. And it's also, I think, like, when you play at the 4th tier of Spanish football, you just get this element of... I would say it's like this element of pure sort of grassroots football, which is really what it should be like. And I know Barça Athletic they should be higher, right? They should be back in the 3rd division and maybe even pushing for more. And they might get that, but just in general, a lot of the grounds they're going to this year, I enjoy watching because it's so Pueblo football. It's really cool.
It is proper scrappy at times. There you go, underway then, as you can see on your screens there as the clock strikes nearly 4 o'clock. We're underway over in Valencia for that game. Back to this one then, Spence. We're 15 minutes away from kickoff ourselves. Let's take a look at our opponents, Villarreal. Massive game for them too. A side who right now, failed miserably in the Champions League this season, almost remarkably with how well they've been doing in the league.
Yeah.
Having a wonderful league season though, and in good form in recent weeks too. This is what they go for. A side who also have injuries. They're full of good players, aren't they, Spence?
Yeah, man, just top to bottom. Where do you even start with the amount of talent that's in this squad? They're also now accumulating years together.
Yeah.
While they are incorporating a few new pieces, like Mikutadze up front, who's new, and Mourinho coming in also from Atlético de Madrid. But man, what this team has been able to do under Marcelino is really spectacular, because there was a time just a couple of years ago that they were flirting the first third of the season with relegation. And then they went through 2 managers. They had to get through the I think it was the 9-game Pacheta era, and then they brought Marcelino back, and it has been brilliant since then.
Yeah.
And while they struggled in the Champions League, the most important thing for them is that I can actually kind of almost compare it to what Girona did last year, right? Where they struggled mightily in the Champions League and they struggled in La Liga. Villarreal have they knocked out of the Champions League early, but La Liga has been the main focus, and they're going to get a chance very, very, very likely to go back to the Champions League next year and try it again. And they've built this whole system on selling some of their best players at high price points and bringing in players who were perhaps undervalued and gotten them for good prices and become a team with chemistry.
I'd say so. I mean, Nicolas Pepe, who was ridiculed at times, I'd say, and Spence in England, actually, for Arsenal. When you look back in hindsight, didn't even do that badly. He's been excellent. Moledo, we know is a top young player.
And he's the player, I don't know how they were able to get him for the price that they did.
Moledo.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he seems like one of the top players who's going to play in this league for quite some time. He's a perfect quintessential La Liga number 10. But we'll see. You know, this whole team is built around also the two in the middle with Comesaña and Gay, who both have this sturdiness to them where nothing's flashy, but they get the job done and they hold the spine of the team.
Yeah, Ayoce knows where the back of the net is too, doesn't he? A very top forward indeed. Miguel Tadse's also scored in 3 of their last 4 games. So a good-looking Villarreal side, you would say that. They did, of course, lose to Barça in the reverse fixture. That was at the end of December. Massive caveat to that is that Renato Vega put them down to 10 men in the first half. So not really the fairest of judge in that game. And Flick actually said in the pre-match press conference that, look, in that game, we can't really judge because even when they had 11v11, they were getting chances.
Penalty. Come on.
No, corner in the other game between Valencia.
It was Ureña, so I was just hoping for it. That's all.
No penalty there. Makino is in the chat saying, by the way, here, Spence, 4-1, doblete de Fermín. Hi from Dominican Republic. Hola, muy buenas tardes. And welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show. 4-1, doblete from Fermín. I think we'd all take that today, wouldn't we? That'll be lovely. You can see the Barça Athletic game, by the way, people, on your screens right now. Spence, you up for a quiz?
I'm up for a quiz. I'm also just hoping that this corner turns into something. It's like a double Barca live
I know,
today.
it is hectic, isn't it?
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead. You start the quiz.
I want to see the corner swing in there. I think it's
go.
Fariñas in. And over the top of the crossbar. There you go, guys. Barça Athletic right now over on Barca's YouTube Premium for Barca YouTube Premium members. So if you want to become one of those, you can watch the game in full right now. Spence, quiz time for you then, my friend. Quiz time for you and for any of you guys in the members live chat too, of course. Here we go then. This is a good one. Talk about high-scoring fixtures. This is one of them.
Yes.
How many goals have been scored in the last 5 meetings between these two teams? Great stat, this.
5 meetings. Yeah, no, I remember last year there was a 5-1, and then there was also a 5-3 towards the end of the Xavi era.
Correct.
So that's already in 2 games. That's 14 goals. Outside of that, I don't know what else there would be. So to choose between 24, 26, and 28, I guess I'll just go with 28 and hope that they've got enough of there.
I like your thinking, Spence. I like your thinking. It's ambitious.
Nah,
it's ambitious.
Bruna
right. Has gone 26. Would I put the highest number on there and it not be the correct answer is the question, though.
I need a little more margin between these. It's like saying, all right, 24, 25, or 26. Well, I don't know. I was supposed to be... Oh!
Didn't need the margin. Spencer's got 1 out of 3. Well done to anyone else who got 1 out of 3. And I'll tell you what, Spence. You... well, from what I'm seeing, are the only one. They've all gone 2. So there you go. They all went in the middle. They all went for the middleman. You went for the last one.
What can you say?
How about this, though? Out of Hansi Flick's 99 games in charge, how many has he won?
Oof.
This is another great stat, by the way. But 68, 72, 74. All 3 of those are quite respectable, by the way.
Yeah, those are all big numbers. 100 games. Oh, boy. Here we go. No, it should really be whatever sound effect, just where all of the light bulbs and symbols are going around in my head, which we don't have. Okay, maybe...
This is your head right now, no? That's more like it, right?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's how I feel after this. Okay, I don't think you're going to go for the top number this time. This is just about guessing psychology at this point. It has nothing to do with actually knowing what the answer is. Okay. But I think 72 is right in that little sweet spot.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to go for.
I like it, Spence. I'm unfortunately going to have to tell you, though, that you're wrong on this one, my friend.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah, Twice in a row, reverse psychology. Yeah, a lot of people again said 72, guessing 72. This, of course, means if we win today, guys, that's 75 wins in 100 games. A perfect 75% win ratio.
Wow, you're good at math, dude.
I am.
That's nice.
You can tell I passed.
I believe it's called maths, actually.
It is called maths, yeah.
Where you're from.
Yeah.
Where you're from.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
We've been over this, though. We've been over
No, I know. That's why
yeah.
I'm catering to your culture.
No, thank you, yeah. Well, there you go. Question number 3 coming up, people. How many goals have Barça scored in the Flick era? 99 games, 264, 277, or 290?
You were bored with the quiz today, man. You had like 5 minutes to do the quiz, and you just went real quick.
They're about Hansi Flick's on first 100 games.
Okay.
And the Villarreal one was a great one.
Hey, the Villarreal one was good. All right. How many goals have... I don't know.
I understand you have to guess in the darkest, Spence.
I'm going to go... You know what? I think you're just going to give us the high guess all the time. 290. Come on.
I almost feel bad now,
Sorry,
man.
didn't mean to clap. My fault. My fault. Let's go.
I almost feel bad now, man. I'm actually sorry, eh? I played that psychology on 2 of those, and on the final one, big no from Spence
The
for the
answer
quiz
was
today.
wrong, but the quiz creation was questionable.
I apologise, eh? I'm sorry, Spence. We'll do better next time. And next time is that Atleti game midweek, by the way. Which we said maybe you were thinking of conjuring up something for, actually, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. We need to conjure up some sort of, I don't know, like evil, like voodoo forces to try and get the 4-0 back. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we got to come up with something.
We do need to discuss a few things. Yeah, Monday I'll send you a message.
Monday, come see me at the Sports Tomorrow Congress. Come on.
I'll be there. Let's go back to Llorens, by the way, guys, because as you well know, on the 15th of March is the day of elections for the presidency of FC Barcelona. That's for the term from 2026 to 2031, the next 5-year term. It also coincides with the day of Barça versus Sevilla, a LaLiga match at the Spotify Camp Nou. The club want to facilitate entry for members to that game. If you haven't got a season ticket, you can have discounts for that one. You'd also have discounts in the club store too at the Spotify Camp Nou. Llorens has all the details for our Catalan listeners. Llorens.
Sí, Pablo, ja ho sabem, fa uns dies que el Barça-Sevilla d'aquí uns dies es jugarà concretament el mateix dia de les eleccions, el 15 de març, i per tant el club el que vol és promoure la màxima participació en aquests comicis per escollir el nou president del Barça. Avui hem vist 2 iniciatives que ajudaran a fomentar precisament això, que hi hagi molta assistència aquí a l'estadi, veurem si amb la llicència UC o no, però perquè encara tenim aquesta zona del Gol Nord sense obrir, però el que ja sabem, per exemple, és que els aficionats que vulguin comprar entrades per aquest Barça-Sevilla tindran un descompte d'entre el 20 i el 60%. Aquest descompte s'aplicarà a tots els socis i sòcies sense passi de temporada aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou. I a més, per tots els que vingueu a les instal·lacions del club, un 20% de descompte en tots els productes de la botiga oficial del Futbol Club Barcelona. Per exemple, aquesta col·lecció que segur que avui llueixes de l'aftermatch que tant i tant ens agrada a tu i a mi. Per tant, el dia 15 viurem una gran jornada de futbol amb aquest Barça-Sevilla i, evidentment, una jornada d'aquelles que ens fa especials com a club, les eleccions a la presidència del Barça.
Llorens, thank you very much. Yeah, discounts in the store, people. Get this, the aftermatch collection. Get into it, people. We'll get into it. And also between a 20 and 60% discount for members who don't have a season ticket to go and watch Barça versus Sevilla. That's to encourage maximum participation in the election. Spence, 5 minutes to go until kickoff. Guess the score for today, please, my friend. Well, you've gone interesting here.
Yeah, Llorens went with the 3-1. But I do think that at some point this year, and I can't remember the last time it's happened. I don't know if you can off the top of your head.
Oh, a 1-0.
Has it happened this year? Oh my gosh, it hasn't. Not a single 1-0 all season.
No.
But today,
wow,
we will indeed see a victory for Barça by a score of 1-0.
Wow. 1-0, Spence.
That's my call.
Okay, I like it. I like it from you. It could be. I'm expecting it to be a tight game. I'm going 3-1. Llorens also went 3-1.
You guys are boring.
Yeah, my 3-1 is a 3-1 that I think it's going to be 2-1 Barça, and we get a goal in the 93rd minute to make it 3-1. If you're hearing me on that one, where Villarreal just start to commit a few players up the field, and then we snatch things off them and seal the game off. As you can see, people, and maybe we can put it on the big screen for a minute. Bis Atletic currently playing against Valencia's B team. That's live for Barça YouTube Premium members. Make yourself a Premium member today, and you can go and watch that game. You can see it there beneath us. We'll show that in the big screen shortly. There you have it. Alvaro Cortés is actually down holding his leg right now, so hopefully nothing serious in that regard. But a team who are pushing for promotion. Lots for you to enjoy. There you go. Bis Atletic up against Valencia away from home. Vital game for them as they push for promotion to the third tier of Spanish football. Spence, back to this one. Players, well, they're going to be readying, aren't they? Ready to get themselves out into the tunnel for this one. A really big game for Barça in La Liga. One that I think we know, with Madrid playing on Monday night against Getafe, gives us a chance to go 4 points clear. Also, it's a little bit of a statement, isn't it? I think big games, results have been a little bit hit and miss with us this season. If we win today, it's a nice statement, isn't it? In Matchday 26.
Yeah, last weekend it was also for me a bit of a... oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hansi and Kat. Hey-o. Last weekend was a bit of a reminder that anything on any given day is possible, because we saw Osasuna handle Madrid in a game that we all thought was going to be relatively simple.
Yeah.
For Madrid, to especially because they had just taken the lead in the league. And Barça took care of business against Levante, but you turn around 1 week later and you're playing the second most dangerous rival the league has to offer this year. And Madrid are playing a club that was started as a fan club for Madrid. So that's true. That's a real fact. But it changes 1 week to the next. Things are constantly moving in this league, so as Hansi will certainly tell these boys, got to get out from minute one and go try to win this game early.
Yeah, they certainly do. Players are just making their way down the tunnel. A little bit of an embrace we're seeing between Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. They're going to need a big afternoon in this one. You get the feeling Flick would have instilled into his players all of the belief, all of the confidence that we'll need for this one. Lamine takes a seat in the tunnels. He just prepares himself, mentally focuses on what is a really, really important game for Barça in La Liga. How are you doing, members? Ali Rez is in there. Hello. Welcome to the show. Charlotte says, yeah, I think a 1-0 or 2-1 type of game. Ali is going 2-0. Pirita Malaguita agrees. Mac Lumbis says 4-2. And Child of God says 4-3. So they're keeping up the high-scoring traditions in this fixture. That's interesting.
4-2, 4-3, 2-1. 4x4 Charlotte, you got to pick one or the other. All right, you can't say 1-0 or 2-1. That's not how this works. I'm sticking with 1-0.
I like it, Spence. I like it. Well, we are very close to kickoff here. You can see the fans have started to fill out the Spotify Camp Nou. Get the feeling it's a big day for Ferran Torres.
I just realized you and Ferran Torres have the same exact
people have been saying this.
Hair going right now. It used to be short. It's getting longer. Are you Ferran Torres?
In disguise? It is very similar.
Is that Pablo Wolves Blanco?
It is very similar, yeah.
My goodness.
It actually is. I wish we could see that.
I know.
Face-to-face,
I know.
Yeah. And that was the first thing that you said to me when you walked in today and saw me, Spence.
It's okay. You know what? If that's what you're going for, then I don't know what your plan is with this whole thing here. If you're gonna turn into the United Strand guy or what, but we support you.
Okay, thank you.
Whatever you're going through, we support you.
That means a lot. Thank you. The hair's staying, people. The hair's not being cut. There you go. Another person has joined the YouTube Premium clan. Welcome, Takna Clerge 5160. Welcome to the family. Let's go to game commentary. It's Barça versus Villarreal. It's Barça versus Villarreal in matchday 26 of La Liga. First versus third. One of those big games you always look forward to. Barça know they can go 4 points clear momentarily with victory if they win this afternoon against one of La Liga's most dangerous sides. Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Ferran, all of Barca's big stars are going to need to be firing today because Barca are without Pedri, who's on the bench, and De Jong, who's injured. Spence, this is a special one, isn't it?
This is going to be fun. This is a game where I said it before, I will say it again. I have no idea what the game flow of this one is going to look like. Who's going to maintain a dominant force on possession? You would expect Barca to win the possession battle, but I don't know if Villarreal are going to be thinking about wanting to preserve defensively first, if they want to play their own game and do what they do, which is go out and be aggressive and score goals. If Barca try to take advantage of that and come back on the other end and try to score goals more quickly, I don't know. This is one of those games where let's just sit back and watch and enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good and enjoyable though, Spence. I really do. I said to you that Levante game was purely attack versus defence. The second half, we were sat here looking at each other going, not much is happening.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah. You get the feeling this won't be the case this afternoon. Barça in a really important stage of the season. Of course they are. And you see the Spotify Cup now there. Nice little ending, an a cappella to the anthem for this one. Barça. 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 Those flags wave around the stands. An embrace between Hansi Flick, who is managing his 100th Barça game today, and Marcelino Garcia. Here we go. Then there's the Barça lineup. Back four and goalkeeper is exactly as you'd expect, but with De Jong's injury and Pedri's absence on the bench, it means that Bernal is given the role of holding down that midfield, really, with Fermin and Olmo in support. In the front three, it's pretty much the usual trident of Ferran, Lamine and Rafinha this season. Lewandowski is kept in reserve. He's alongside Pedri on the Barça bench.
This is a game where both sides really like to come forward and attack. Villarreal shouldn't be shy, even though they're playing here at the Spotify Camp Nou, but it's a place and a team in which they're playing against who they've had success before. They've been able to play their game and score goals. They've gone out and scored multiple against Barça in games before.
Yes.
As we get a look at what their 11 looks like, this is a team that is very evenly distributed, I should say, in terms of their strength from top to bottom.
Game midfield, watch out for him. African Cup of Nations winner with Senegal. You've got a lineup of what I'd say, Spence, we sort of knew what it would be about 3-4 days ago. They don't tend to mix things up too much. We sort of knew what the team would be. They do have a few injuries to contend with too. So Marcelino, who pretty much knew his lineup for this one. But when you look at the front four, Ayoce, Perez, Mikel Datse, Moleiro, Pepe, it's a really talented and exciting Villarreal team who will look at the Barça team and go, we can also cause them issues. It is exciting. It's Barça versus Villarreal. It's a Saturday afternoon of LaLiga football, people. What is there not to enjoy? There is Moleiro. Talk about a player who's been signalled by big clubs. We're underway at the Spotify Camp Nou then. Barça kicking from left to right in this first half. And Villarreal in their yellow strip at the side who have got us underway here. Barça going to have to be close to their very best, you'd feel, if they are to put things away here and get themselves a crucial victory. Renato Vega has produced the first nice ball up. He was, well, not the hero, was he, last time out? Nice ball inside that. Moleiro tried to flip the ball through to Gay, and now Barça can come away themselves. Or will this be the open game? We're going to find out in the opening exchanges here. First 30 seconds have been pretty good fun.
No kidding.
Lamine Yamal. Nice burst from him. The pullback wasn't as good, though. Give away from Gay. He's fouled. He was fouled by Olmo. So a free kick to Villarreal. 40
seconds of football. Who says that the ball isn't alive when it's in play in these types of games? Wow, that was... Listen, I don't want to overreact to the first offensive contribution from each side, but there seems to be intent coming from both sides thus far.
Pepe there with Ballet hustling for the ball. Now Barça can play this forward here with Olmo. Always looking for Lamine, aren't they, Barça? Here he is, Lamine Yamal. Ferran made that run. Lamine's found him. Ferran couldn't quite pluck it out of the sky. Always a difficult one to get right, wasn't it, though? Very tight scenario to work with.
So that's two potential attacks, both of them now through Lamine, who has gotten the ball and then been forced to make a decision that it could be seen as I'll take a risk, and if I lose the ball or the pass doesn't come off, fine. Here we go again, though, now on the other end.
And here come Villarreal themselves. This is Moleiro. He couldn't quite get his reverse pass right, could he? And Koundé easily able to swing across there, and the deflection on the clearance will take this one out for a Barça throw-in. Who will be the first scorer? That's the question in the members live chat for you there, people. Fermin, Ferran, Lamine or Rafinha. Those are your options. Olmo, of course, sitting a little bit further back today. There you go then. Who will be the first scorer in this one?
Nobody wants to put Marc Bernal on the list? I mean, why wouldn't we?
Why wouldn't we after the form he's been in, especially here at the Spotify Camp Nou? 2 goals in his last 2 games at this stadium. Ooh, I'm struggling for a first scorer today, Spence.
Well, I delivered a 1-0 prediction, so the first scorer is going to be the only scorer.
Here's Lamine Yamal. Koundé's making that overlapping run. Lamine for now doesn't use him. Just trying to tease his fullback there, Lamine. Now does he accelerate? Still Lamine Yamal. Fermin Lopez away by Vega. Not sure where that was ending up. Lamine could get in there, you know. Has he? Yes, it's a
Nicely
chaos
done.
in the box.
Good
Villarreal
effort.
clear.
Good effort. Good effort.
Almost lulled them there, didn't he, Lamine Yamal? And then he won that back.
Yeah.
One of those situations you thought was going to be a penalty.
I believe that was Cardona who he was working on, right?
Yeah,
And he was just, Cardona was giving him the space and he wasn't coming in for a challenge. So Lamine just said, let me do what I can to get as close as I can before I see the challenge, make the pass. That's good action from Barça. And again, it's going through Lamine.
Very good start from Barça indeed. Lamine Yamal looks really on it already in the opening 3 minutes, just catching Villarreal a little cold. And we saw when they came forward with possession there, Barça immediately onto them again, which we like to see. We like to see that, people. We really do. Here's Eddie Garcia now, switching the ball over to Jules Koundé. Now Koundé will receive things again. Koundé, you can see there, Ferran is the man with 12 goals in La Liga for Barça. Mikel Tatze has most for Villarreal. He's got 8. The Barça side who know they're looking for their 75th win in 100 games under Hansi Flick's management this afternoon. And it's a remarkable record. Balde got that one wrong, didn't he? Came into midfield and then gave it away. Now Pepe in a dangerous sort of situation. We've seen him centrally for Villarreal. Today he's playing wide right. Mourinho up there in support. Now Pepe again. Beats one. He'll do well to beat Balde, though, who defended that well on the first time, not the second. Oh, it's messy in there, isn't it? Balde clears. Did that come off his hand? Villarreal are adamant it did. Close proximity, though, maybe. Saves in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might have come off of his hand.
I think so.
But I don't think you would give a penalty for that.
Here we go, Spence.
No.
Surely.
He's not getting...
Surely you don't know. Luis Junior long, and it trickles all the way through here to Cubarsí, who can retrieve things again. We'll need the crowd at the Spotify Camp Nou to really help us through this game, won't we? Saturday afternoon kickoff. They always have a different feel about a Saturday night, I feel. Rafinha there with the armband on again this afternoon.
I love the Saturday 4:15. We are right in the thick of the weekend now. It's just getting started for most people, and we get Barça.
If you're a fan, Spence, we're a fan. Lamine. Oh, they had a nice little pocket there. Lamine goes past one. Still Lamine Yamal. This is glorious. Remember, he's still going. And the pullback doesn't find its intended target. He's got his little dancing feet out already, doesn't he, Lamine Yamal?
He's got his twinkle toes on today.
That was nice early on, wasn't it, from the 18-year-old who you could just tell the Villarreal defenders aren't quite feeling sure on if they should commit, if they shouldn't. And the second they do, he drifts past them. This looks like a good game of football, though, to me early on here, Spence. That's nice. Offside. Oh, my God.
Finally.
Were you waiting for that?
We need music. Dun, 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 dun,
what could I have for you here that would...
Dun, 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 dun.
I feel like I don't really have a music that would do it justice in a way of the Passover.
I mean, I don't know. We gotta do something. We got so many buttons to choose from.
Do you want some claps?
No, let's just do the thing.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Nicely won back that by Eddie Garcia. Ferran off to Olmo here. Wide left now for Rafinha. Ferran goes to the near post. Don't think they got a deflection from Rafinha. He just got it all wrong as that one goes behind for a goal kick. There's Martin. I'll talk about a man who's done a great job at a club. My goodness me. Firing Villarreal towards Champions League football again next season. Making them hard to beat, hard to score against. Barca will be upset with the players they've got missing right now, though. Gavi there, of course, one of the main names we know, unavailable. Andreas Christensen, De Jong joins that list. Already Villarreal taking their time over these dead ball situations. That was a strange click by Junior. It got all the way through.
Actually, that looked less like time wasting and more like genuine confusion.
Yeah. Don't know who's going to take it. Lamine.
Oh, can you stop it, young man?
Brilliant football already so far from him this afternoon. Now Bernal.
Let's use that. Let's keep getting him the ball and just let him make decisions. Let him fail 15 times, and then the one time that he pulls it off, Barca take their 1-0 victory to the bank.
Look what we've got, Spence.
Oh! Is it? Could it be?
Could it?
Is it the flick cam? Flick cam.
It's back, people. Hansi Flick there on the Barca touchline for this one. It's a 100th game in charge, of course, of the Blaugrana. Been an excellent 99 so far.
Lamine doing the Barça boogie. That's a new one, Mac.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that is a new one.
It's like the Super Bowl shuffle from the Chicago Bears in the 1980s. I know Pablo doesn't know
no.
anything that I just said, but that's okay. Some of you do.
But I like the name of it. Oh, Lamine was just barged off possession there. Now Pepe can play this into space.
Eek.
Ayoce is going to get on the end of this. Here he comes, Ayoce Perez. Oh, nice attempt of a reverse pass, but Barça got back in numbers, and now Bernal can mop this up. Fermin looks on it so far already this afternoon. Ferran, nice little leave that for Lamine. Oh, Ferran loves that run. I just thought we were going to see one of those outside of the boot balls for a minute there. Now Fermin. Leaves it for Rafinha.
This is 5 on 7.
Oh, nice from Rafinha.
5 on 6.
And that's not quite going to fall to Olmo as Gay could get a touch in there. That's a nice spin by Comesaña and a free kick. It's interesting. Pilinster has given us a donation here and says Barça beats Valencia 4-1. We are playing against Villarreal. I'm not sure if that's just a typo or an autocorrect to what's happened to you there.
Or a prediction for a future
game. For
game.
the future, yeah. Have we played Valencia at home this season?
Yeah, that was at the Johan. That was a 6-0.
So, yeah.
But we have to go to Mestalla pretty soon, don't we? I'm pretty sure that's this month. Or this, like, coming up.
Is it?
I can confirm for you in 3 seconds.
Thank you either way, though. But I'm guessing you mean Villarreal, who Barça are playing this afternoon.
Sorry, I'm wrong. They still have to go there, but it's match day 38. So
it's not next month. It's actually the last game of the season.
Literally couldn't be any further from now.
As you can see there, people just beneath us, Bis Atletic are playing live now. If you're a YouTube Premium member, you can watch that on the club's YouTube channel live.
0-0?
Still
0-0?
Still 0-0, I believe.
Okay.
Can we have that confirmed? I believe it is. I can quickly check. 0-0, yeah. Still 0-0 between Barça, Athletic and Valencia. Still 0-0 here too, between Barça and Villarreal. It's nice from Vega. Let his team down really, didn't he, in the reverse fix with a silly lunge through the back of Lamine Yamal. Spence, I haven't asked you yet what the key of the game will be. Let's get that question in for the members in the live chat now. I'll hold things down in midfield as one of the options, purely because of what we discussed in the preview, the build-up about the fact that Bernal is in a really big role today with Fermin and Olmo ahead of him. Is it a cope without Frenkie and Pedri? Is that purely the key of it? Or can we shock Villarreal early? I think we've come close to doing that. I'll tell you what, we might be getting shocked here. Nice reverse ball, that, isn't it? And they're in behind here. Could be a tap in the middle. How nicely worked was that? That's going to fall to Moleiro. And a chance at the back post, surely. But Koundé with a sliding block stops Cardona in his tracks. Nice move. They just overcooked things, maybe.
Nah, thousands of Villarreal fans are screaming at their screens right now saying, stop trying to walk the ball into the net. I know modern football wants you to make the extra pass, but one of these dudes has to shoot at some point. You can't just keep working it around the perimeter like that because these defenders are too fast and too talented and will always get back to the spot that they need to be, and Koundé makes a nice block. Now you got to defend a corner.
That was a really nice breakaway from Villarreal. They worked ever so well. They're going to play this corner short, swing it to the back post. Ryan Garcia saw it all the way, came, punched. Oh, and that was clever from Lamine, wasn't it? Now Ferran, will that fall to Olmo? I think it might do, you know. And Barca are running away with numbers here.
Out wide.
Look at Rafinha. Collects
Back
it.
post.
Rafinha. Oh, he's done well, Rafinha. He's found Ferran Torres. Lovely sliding tackle. Olmo could be in there. Fermin through a crowd blocked away. And Villarreal have survived well. Talk about Barca surviving down the other end. That was a big chance for the Blaugrana.
Good action, good action. This is good football today, my friend. This is really good football. I'm loving how fresh everybody looks out there.
Kubarsi, 12 minutes played. Things just starting to take shape.
It looked exactly the same in the first half against Levante, where everybody had fresh legs, because guess what? They didn't play a game midweek, and that rarely ever happens.
Nice switch that from Olmo here to Lamine Yamal, who's got a bit of space. Lamine goes straight back to Olmo. Fermin in a tight space. Thought about the shot, didn't he? Maybe now Bernal will hit this. Marc Bernal.
Yeah.
A man who's in confident scoring form. And it's set up for him. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go for it?
That's his one spot to take the shot right there. It falls onto his left foot. He's at the top of the box. his main priority is to be the first man in the press on the counter, but if he gets his chance, just take it.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Spencer. This is the second week in a row that Barça have not had a midweek game to contend with, so a little bit more rest to prepare for these fixtures. That's not going to be the case now, by the way, until the international break. Barça will have a game every 3-4 days with the Copa del Rey second leg of the semi-final coming up midweek. We've also been drawn against Newcastle United in the Champions League, of course, so we've got those games coming up. Koundé's in, big chance. Shoots Koundé! Oh, it didn't fall to the right man, did it, Spence? That's a golden chance for Barça. I'd say the best of the game so far. He was clean through Koundé, but dragged his shot wide.
Oh my goodness, what a pass from Fermin and Koundé. I can understand why that happens. I know that I know that he should be putting that on target. He really should. But I think when you're a right back and you're so trained at getting that cross in from a deeper position, sometimes naturally I feel like the same thing happens with Rafinha on the other side or Balde, but it then goes far post where it's pulled right. This one was just pulled left.
Yeah. Oh, you can't outfeel if that was a Ferran Torres in on goal there, a Fermin and Olmo. That would have been 1-0 Barça. Got himself into a really good position. He often does that, Koundé. If Lamine stays wide right, he'll just get in that half space in the channel. Couldn't stick it away. Nice switch down the other end, though, and Pepe's been an awful mess of that, hasn't he? Easy for Balde to come and retrieve for a throw-in. Best chance of the game there really goes to Barça then inside the opening 15 minutes. Been a watchable game so far, you would say that much.
As the neutral, as the non-neutral, you're plugged in so far.
Still no attempts on target, though, so no work for either goalkeeper just yet. Barça playing good football, though. They really are. Here's Bernal. Nice switch here to Koundé.
It's looking real good, Marc Bernal, again.
Looking like a player who is just playing with confidence through his veins now. Such a long injury, of course, but we are starting to really see him get minutes, aren't we, Spencer? We didn't see it at the start of the season. He'll be really chuffed personally, too.
He seems to be in the right spots. I'm really just trying to watch him as Barca build up and also when they lose the ball.
Oh, that was nice. Really quick football. Was Rafinha foul? He must have been. No, says the referee. Wasn't buying it.
It's all right. Play on. Keep going. Keep playing. It's fine.
Went for a give and go. They're playing quick, slick football, though, aren't they, Barca? They've certainly got the players on the pitch to do it. Eddie Garcia is going to kick the ball out of play here.
Flick him.
Can't imagine anti-flick will be too happy with it. Marcus Sorg is showing him. I mean, it's a foul.
Yeah,
2 hands pushes him, I think.
Kind of a foul. Kind of. Yeah. Play on. Let's play. Let's play ball. Why did we stop?
Eddie Garcia kicked the ball out of play because Rafinha was down.
So we're going to give the back.
Let's have a look if Villarreal are to give the ball back or not.
Yeah. They'll do that. Sporting.
Yeah,
Here we go.
That's nice.
Golf clap.
Such a big game. We're seeing a lot of good football. The atmosphere, the feeling around it is still quite reserved for now. We just wonder whether things will take to life, in the next 15-20 minutes or so as Barça continue to push for this opening goal. Here's Kubarsi. Now Eric. Balde's wide left here. Big game for him too. He's got that competition now. Cancelo over at left back, who was excellent, wasn't he, against Levante?
It's interesting you said that because I am keeping my eye on Balde today too.
Yeah.
And it not so much what his finished product looks like, but more so what his positioning and directives are, if that makes sense. He's the guy who has always had the speed to then just burst from his position and go somewhere. But the question is, where is he going and where are we trying to get to?
We should have been in there, Balde, I must say. Couldn't quite orientate his body. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, but like that's maybe not the end product, but the intent, right? He gives the ball to Rafinha, and then he's the one that needs to continue on.
Yeah.
Which is similar to what Koundé does on the other side, but Balde...
Oof.
That's fine.
Good from
That's
Bernal,
fine.
yeah.
Play on. Play ball.
Won the ball back, won it cleanly. Now Koundé. I think that's Mikel Datze who's still down, and I mean, he's going to let it get out of play. Sporting, isn't it, Ali, so far? You would say that much.
Sporting indeed.
Understandable, this can often happen. I mean,
he got it. Maybe if He got ball and man.
Zayotze. It was Zayotze, not Mikko. That's it. He's still down, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, because that hurt.
And that is a bit of a worry for Villarreal. They won't want to lose Zayotze. Scored in this fixture last season.
Just be thankful that didn't end up in the back of the net, because then we'd have to do a whole other thing about whether or not that was a foul or not.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
We can score after.
100%, yeah. That's almost why it's better to kick the ball out of play, isn't it, with those?
So,
yeah.
That's it. Maybe that might be a little mind game.
Cubarsí here for Barça then, as Villarreal for the second time in a row do kick the ball back to the Catalans. Now, Eric Garcia.
We're not in the dressing room.
Yeah.
We're not in the locker room when Hansi's giving out all of the instructions that we don't know, like the super tiny details. But that could be one of those things where, we just stumbled onto something that people aren't supposed to know.
But then I suppose, but then teams will just keep going down in the knowledge that you're going to kick it out of play, and then they just survive.
That's the next level of the inception of this ridiculous conspiracy theory.
Exactly. Comesaña there, I don't think was booked, but he has been penalised. Free kick to Barça. It's definitely not booking. Barça still just trying to get up into the next gear here with Eric Garcia. Now with Rafinha in a pocket of space. It's a nice pocket too. Oh, God, that was intricate. Ferran couldn't quite take it in his stride though, could he?
Actually, I think that's Wills Blanco who's out there.
I was
but yeah,
I'm not sure if that was Ferran, yeah. That one almost was a splitting image, that one, yeah. That was a good one.
Maybe that's what we need, because sometimes Ferran has those streaks where we need him to get back into the scoring. That's not actually Ferran. It's Pablo Wills Blanco out there.
Oh, was that a foul from Lamine? They've given it. Oh no, Cardona. Surely Ferran hasn't been growing out his hair as long as me, though. I'm not having that. Renato Veiga. Oh, risky ball out that back. It was calculated by Pau Navarro. Pau Navarro once more. Swung over here to the other hand side where Moledo is waiting. Give and go is slick, although Cubarsí usually reads those. He has read this one. 20 minutes played, Spence. We've had quite a few new members. Should we welcome a few of them?
Let's do it.
Perfect moment to do it too, because you can see beneath me, if you're a Barca YouTube premium member, you can watch Bis Atletic face Valencia. That's live right now for premium members. And I'll tell you what, there's a few of you who have joined the member clan this afternoon. Alfredo Rodriguez, welcome to the family. Cuevase, welcome. Matilda Dalcy, 9331. And Donny Paulinho, 6732. Wellington Enrique, 08. Fotsop Luca. And Nico Zoc, 123. Welcome to the family, people. This is Barca Live. Villarreal against Barca here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Get yourself involved, people. Make yourself premium members, and you can watch Barça Athletic every week, not just this one.
Love it.
Rafinha for Barca here, who are still looking for their opening goal in this one. Matchday 26. It would be a vital, vital win if Barca were able to get it. Rafa now with a switch over here to Koundé.
There's a lot of big signature games left on the calendar this year, but only a couple of what I would call signature games available in La Liga. Obviously, El Clásico is what we'll be focusing on eventually, but that's still not for some time.
Yeah. Matchday 35, I think, Spence, a long way away.
Yep.
First one back here at the new Spotify Camp Nou too. This is Rafinha, Olmo. Got a game at the Metropolitano, by the way, also. In La Liga to come. Gay, how good is that? Excellent from him. Now Pepe. Oh, look at the Villarreal shirt streaming forward and halfway. Just try and break that Barca line. He's a tidy player, isn't he, in midfield, Gay?
Well, he scored a fantastic goal.
The winner, right?
While we were here doing a Barca Live.
Yep.
It was the ultimate winner in AFCON for Senegal. Against Morocco, in Morocco. That was a crazy finish. And it was a banger, too.
Yeah.
So he's usually that sturdy midfielder that doesn't do everything that you notice. He does sort of the dirty work, but every once in a while,
he can pop up with something.
Exactly.
Bernal, maybe, who's trying to become that sort of midfielder too.
Yeah.
Nice from Olmo over to Rafinha. Rafinha, oh, that was excellent. Lamine Yamal. Lamine delays, shoots, and it came through a crowd, but it's straight at Luis Jr. We do have our first shot on target of the afternoon, though it's taken to the midway point of the first half to get it. Very comfortable, though, for the Brazilian goalkeeper, who grasped that easily.
Lamine should be looking to shoot every now and then.
Oh, great switch. Garcia watched it all the way, though. Good goalkeeping. Actually saw him practicing those in the warm-up, Spence. Running off his line and clearing it. He's done that really well this season. Underrated aspect of his game.
Yeah, it's a difficult one to practice, too, to train for, because you can, but ultimately it comes down to reading those situations and knowing if that ball is too far out for you to actually reach before the attacking player gets there, or if it can get to you, or if it's not worth it because your defender has it covered. Those are a lot of variables to think about, and if you get one of them wrong and you take out the attacking player in the process, it's a red card. You have to make a substitution. You're down to 10 men. It's a mess.
Garcia's been excellent in that regard. He certainly has. I think I remember one error, the one at Oviedo. It was Reina scored from the halfway line, and that was one of his only errors in a Barca shirt. Long throw-in is going to come in here, by the way. Thankfully, we haven't seen too many of these in LaLiga so far this season. Another one's come in there.
You don't like them?
If they're quick enough, yeah, Spence, but I'm not a fan of every time the ball goes out for a throw-in, the 1 minute pause, because watch it, in a Premier League game, if that went out at 24:30, by the time they launch the ball back in play, you're looking at 25:20, and I just find that absurd. You know, what a good way of wasting time.
Let's bring that back to the people who say that the Premier League is the all-encompassing best league, because La Liga, let's be objective. La Liga has plenty of ways in which time gets wasted, but that is not one of them.
Yeah, the set piece and long throw-in culture in England right now, for me, it's becoming, sorry. Give you a little kick under the table.
Well, falta.
Cubarsí for Barça. Yeah, still just got a hush around it, the game, for such a big one. Barça just slowly working their way up to top gears. Cubarsí once more here, driving forward in the middle of Barca's sort of back three they go into in possession. Valde goes wide left. Here he is. Back to Eddie Garcia, who won't be available midweek, by the way, in that cup semi-final against Atleti. He got sent off towards the back end of that game. Get the feeling it could be one for Gerard Martin to participate in. Eric once more. Valde. Yeah, Villarreal are so far doing well out of possession too, though, aren't they, Spence? They're not really making it easy for Barça to pick up pockets of space, which, when we have found, we've had to find through really quick, precise attacking football.
That's too much.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes, Barça were getting into nice spaces, and Villarreal have since tightened that up and have made it a lot more difficult, especially when Barça try to get it out to the wing players to really make advancements. Lamine has been doing a lot of it well on his own.
Yeah. Koundé, who for my mind book has been playing well in recent weeks there with a few good interventions, but it just bounced off him and went out for a throw-in. Barça are currently this season defending a perfect streak in La Liga, by the way, in league games at home. 12 from 12 we've won, guys. We've won every game, in fact, in all competitions since we returned to the Spotify Camp Nou. It's become quite the fortress. So Barça will be hoping to keep that up today. This is one of their most stern tests to date.
You're talking about Koundé and the right back position.
Yeah.
Can I just turn on the generating cogs and wheels of brainstorming and free thinking for a moment, if I may? Are you thinking there was a foul?
Hit me. We'll see it in a minute, Spence, because Fermin's in. Big chance for Lamine Yamal. This should be 1-0 for Barça. Lamine! There you go! Just like that, Barça break the deadlock, and it's Lamine Yamal who gets the goal. Slick from Fermin, and the 18-year-old made absolutely no mistake with his finish. Barça 1, Villarreal 0. It's a vital goal in Hansi Flick's team season.
We said this kid was plugged in today. Had his little twinkle toes on, and he's got the shooting boots on too. Turnover that allows Fermin to start the break on the other end. Lamine with a simple pass into the back of the net. Far post, no shot for Luis Jr. He keeps it low. Doesn't have to worry about skying it into the seats. Just get it right to where it needs to be. No problems asked. And what does Hansi Flick think about it?
Oh, he must be delighted. Flick, let's see it. Flick there. Oh, very calm.
Tempered from the Flick cam.
Very calm. And he must be delighted. That's a really big goal and a big moment for Barça, who won things back in midfield there. Credit Fermin Lopez, did a lot of the dirty work. And Lamine Yamal up to 11 goals now in La Liga for Barça.
You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal,
y'all. Pristine 19.
Pristine 19.
You know the thing is though, Spencer, you can't change it because it's my favourite lyric in the song. It's just so fun to say. Balde loses it there.
I had a lot of non-native English speakers around the studios asked me to define the word pristine in that.
Oh, what would you say?
It's a new word. It's a tough one to define.
Que como muy limpio, no? It's like perfectly clean. I don't know.
Yeah, how would you describe pristine in English?
Like, pristine, I'd say that if you leave a bathroom in pristine condition, you leave it in like perfectly clean, perfectly in order.
Right.
I'd say.
Right. I agree. I don't know why you went to the bathroom for that, but sure, I'm with you.
That's what I think of being pristine.
Let's see what the official definition is. In its original condition, unspoiled, clean and fresh as if new, spotless.
Yeah.
And in this case, I think it's his game.
Yeah.
Which is pristine.
Lamine Yamal up to 16 goals, by the way, guys, in all competitions. He's now level with Ferran Torres as the team's top scorer this campaign. A really impressive return for a player who, we could probably argue goals aren't even his absolute strong suit, are they? You know, I mean, he's a player who creates so much for Barça, but he's scoring goals now too. Moleiro. And there he is working back defensively too. I'll tell you what, Spence, from about, I'd say the 30th second you could see, couldn't you, that he was going to be on things this afternoon. He gave the ball away there. Flick just ushers him back onto the field. Just looked on it though, didn't he?
Yeah, he's got that, you know, sometimes he comes out in these games and you always expect high quality from him, which is, you know, somewhat sometimes it's to his detriment because he's 18 and you're expecting high quality every single time.
Yeah.
But there's also other games where, this is just my opinion, and maybe other people feel this way too, maybe they don't, but in the first 10 or 15 minutes, the first couple of times he gets his feet on the ball, there are these games where you look at him and you go, there's something about him today that just, somebody looked at him the wrong way this morning and he's got that extra bit of motivation. He saw the wrong thing on social media, so he's extra plugged in. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's it's that athlete sort of killer mentality where you get the ball and you go, I'm going to do something with it today.
I'll tell you what I like about Lamine, Spence. I do think he generally is very good too in almost every game, but I do think he gets up for the big games a lot. I mean, I'm thinking back to those ones against Inter Milan in the Champions League last season where he does play like a man possessed, and he's done that for club and country, I'd say, actually, to give credit to him. This sort of game doesn't mean anything, but I saw him in the tunnel with Rafinha. They just had a bit of a chat. He just sat himself down and looked focused and just got the feeling he was going to try and produce something special for Barça this afternoon. And Flick said it in the build-up. 7 games we've got left before the international break. They're really important ones, really difficult ones. With the players we've got missing right now, for Lamine to be firing, it's good news for Barça. It really is. 16 and up for the season, by the way, now. Some return. And what Barça deserve, would you say, Spence, overall?
So
not being given many chances.
Well, so far it's...
that was nice. Should be offside, surely. Ayose in either way. Garcia saves. Follow-up away by Koundé. And the flag has stayed down for now.
Yeah, it was close.
It's up.
Now it's up.
There we go. I love Eddie Garcia's reaction every time they do that is one of, come on, surely not. Eddie couldn't believe it. It is indeed offside, though. Juan Garcia, first bit of action for him. Spence, this was well off, I think. Yeah, well off. Comfortably offside, in fact. Half-time between Barça Athletic and Valencia, by the way, as you can see beneath us there. 0-0 between those two sides, so still no one has broken the deadlock in that game. You can watch that if you're a Barca YouTube Premium member, so make sure you go and make yourself one. Here's Lamine. Oh, thought about it, didn't need to find that ball to Ferran. Instead, steps inside, now goes for Ferran Torres. That touch is going to bring things back Barca's way, who have got a good control over this game, considering we're up against a side who are well up the standings in La Liga. It's had a good feel about it. Olmo.
Well, they've done it for a number of reasons, and they're in third place in the league for a reason. They have the third best goal differential. By my count, they've scored the third most goals. It's been a really good season for them, despite losing, a big goal scorer from last year. Despite their continuous rotation of competitions.
Fermin. Olmo. Bernal. Oh, he took that nicely, didn't he? But just taken off his toes. And now Villarreal can hurry. How good was that from Eddie Garcia? Bernal didn't get the rebound, though. Oh, Eddie Garcia again. Two. Excellent piece of defending. Vital piece of defending. Offside flag is up. Eddie Garcia, I must say, that was remarkable. If we get a replay of that, it won't look like much now because it's offside and this will be forgotten about. Not once, but twice did he stop. Oh. The first one was brilliant. The second one as well was better than the first, I think, because Villarreal were in. They really were.
This whole offside trap is all predicated on whether or not that through ball gets blocked or not.
Yeah.
You've got to get in there and block it.
Yeah.
Because they're running players forward. 3 or 4 of them at once sometimes.
Yeah. Renato Vega, nice from him. Talk about smart acquisitions from Villarreal. That's certainly one of them. Versatile player. Oh, had to be careful there. And Mourinho, he's giving the ball away. Olmo. Good from Pepe. Working back for his team. Villarreal are going to try and show some teeth here, I think, in the last 10 minutes of the first half. Moleiro. Driving down the line with Koundé 1-on-1. Still Moleiro. Back inside here now to Gay once more. Can he swing onto the back post? He can. Eddie Garcia got a touch. A vital touch. I think Ayose thought that was falling to him.
Offside?
Yeah, I think that's what's been given now. And yeah.
Wow.
It'll be the right call too.
That was a tough one to see, but yeah.
Eagle-eyed, well spotted. Yeah, thought about it, the linesman, and gave it. There you go. Daniel, welcome to Pack Basic. Welcome to the family, my friend. 10 minutes away from half-time here. Barça currently putting themselves 4 points clear at the top of La Liga and one of the most vital games of the season. This is Olmo. Now Kubarsi. Jules Koundé. Lamine Yamal. Oh, nice from Lamine. Fermin. Back to Lamine Yamal. That's how the Villarreal players just a little bit worried about what he could produce. That's what he can do. Still Lamine. This is unbelievable! Oh my goodness me! Are you kidding me? That's an outrageous goal by Lamine Yamal. Goal of the season when it might well be. He just knows he's that good. Simply sensational. We're watching a genius in the making. I think he's already arrived. One of the world's best, that's for sure. Villarreal players are stunned. We're stunned here in the studio. Barça are 2-0 up. That's one of his best goals yet for me. Lamine Yamal, what have you just done?
Pristine. It has to be the word, right? That's shiny, that's spotless, that is perfect. He got past 2 defenders and then managed to get a shot away before the 3rd defender could come. Both of them are at 1 point, a centimeter from nipping the ball off of his feet, and he still manages to place it perfectly beyond Luis Jr. That is a world-class goal for an 18-year-old. We got to see what Hansi Flick thinks of
My
that.
goodness me. We can't believe that one. What about Flick? Surely he celebrates this one.
Please. 1, 2. Oh, he was doing little toe tappies.
Oh, yes, he does.
He was doing toe tappies.
Hansi Flick delighted. Well, I'll tell you what, Spence. We said it. Lamine Yamal today, he's just come out with a different feel about him. 2 brilliantly taken goals. The second one, just a thing of absolute beauty. He is now Barca's outright top scorer this season, by the way, with 17 goals.
Double pristine.
He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Whew. Wow.
This game has taken to life. It certainly has. It certainly has. Villarreal with a throw in here. They're stunned, Spence. I mean, they haven't created an awful lot going forward. You would to that much, but wow. Lamine has brought it to life, hasn't he? That's an outrageous, outrageous second from him. It really is. Here come Villarreal themselves, though, with Pepe. Oh, nice.
Running out of superlatives.
Oh, yeah. I think me too.
And he's only 18. Like, we have so many more superlatives to come. And here he goes again. There he goes. Look at that.
Switches to Rafinha. I've got no time to sit and wait because here come Barca again. Rafinha. I think Fermin was offside, was he? Yeah, he was.
Wow. It's such a shame that we have to wait on the highlights for this game because the people who can't see it aren't going to be able to appreciate what we just saw. Wow.
Over 5 minutes to go, just about until half-time here, people. Barca with a 2-goal lead against Villarreal, which is good news in itself, but the real news of the day has been the genius of Lamine Yamal. I mean, can't remember a game he's showed that much class in a while. Pepe's in here. Jose Perez! Just like that, and maybe it should have been 2-1. Villarreal nearly catching Barca cold, and Perez sliding into the back post. Just wide.
Really close. A little chippy over the top for Jose to just get the end of his foot on, which he actually managed to do. It was 2 centimeters away from it being a potential chance to beat Joan Garcia.
Spence, will Lamine Yamal score a hat-trick? Members, will Lamine score a hat-trick today?
Could score 4. That sounds like old Barca life.
Yes, of course.
Could you imagine?
A 4 from Lamine, a poker? Lamine.
I wouldn't put it past him today with the hat trick. But we said it, right? He's been plugged in from the beginning.
Yeah, he has. Everything's coming through him. Bernal. You would say, though, Spence, Barca have got Villarreal right where they want them. Is that not a free kick?
No, that didn't look like it to me, to be honest.
Ayosa's chasing this one. Balde's applying the pressure. Bernal's going to have to get back up and into position. There was the bump. Bis Atletic are back out for the second half, by the way. 0-0 away to Valencia Mestalla. The first team here are cruising. 2-0 up in the first half. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And, by the way, Spence, Maquino, who gave us the donation earlier, said, Cuando dije doblete de Fermín, pensé en Lamine.
I mean...
When I said Fermin was scored 2 goals earlier, I was thinking about Lamine. There you go.
Makes sense.
Matt Glumber said he's like a super magnificent quadruple pristine. Balde for Barca. Ferran. Pocket of space for him. Was he fouled this time? Yes.
Okay, so here comes the Lamine free kick. No, Rafinha's going to take this, right? He's got
surely, yeah.
Rafinha.
You never know, though. I mean, Lamine on a hat-trick will go, give it here.
Just let me have a crack.
Yeah, give it here. Yeah.
How do you say no to the guy who just did what he did?
I would be intrigued to see if Barca are thinking about going for goal with this one.
Yeah, this is a shoot. This is a shooting position.
Luis Jr. there is just trying to set up his wall. It's Marcus Rashford range, I would say that much, wouldn't I? That's a Rafinha hand. And he is the one who is very interested in this one indeed.
Yeah. I mean, he's the guy. What a half this would be.
Could Barca make it 3? Unthinkable, really, wouldn't it be? Before half-time. Rafinha then.
Upper 90s.
Strikes. Rafinha! Not a bad attempt either. Luis Jr. down low. Saves.
It wasn't upper 90. It was middle. If it was upper, I still think... let's see. If it was upper, it might have snuck into that 90. But it's all right. Another corner.
That's a decent attempt, that. Now Rafinha once more. Oh, clever. Almost in space. Olmo. Koundé's in.
Sir.
Was the flag going to go up? Yes, it is. Not a third Barca goal. I'll tell you what, Spence, he looked offside, Koundé, in live time.
It looked really close, but it needed the touch. Otherwise, it was going to go wide.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's well off. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, and by the way, Ferran was off behind him as well.
Yeah, there was no scenario in which that ends up legally in the back of the net. But fine, good action, good action.
Yeah, one that Olmo himself needed to get on target. The bench were on their feet there. They enjoyed it, but no.
Why are we still looking at this? I could see it in a millisecond.
Yeah.
Can we confirm that this is not a goal?
Yeah.
This is Barca Live. It wasn't a goal. Let's just play football. Please.
I mean, they must know this is off. I mean, this isn't remarkable, no? Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Usually they don't take too long on those easy ones. Luis Jr. long then. Bernal's header. Oh, Ferran trying to just peel away and behind. Olmo. Things gone pretty well for Barca in the first half. Then exactly how they wanted, really. Hasn't been craziest of games. They've kept things pretty, contained, pretty quiet, pretty controlled, but they've got the job done. And when you've got a player with the quality and the genius of Lamine, he just popped up with 2 goals out of nowhere, really. The first one, credit Fermin, won it back, played it off to Lamine's finish was good. Second one, all on his own, really, wasn't it? Eric. Rafinha. Nice from Rafinha. Olmo's in. Olmo to his left foot. He's got Balde in support. He might go back to Rafinha. Olmo instead looks for Lamine.
Can you blame him?
Rafinha back in there. Ferran was in an offside position. Bernal is everywhere. Look at that. Octopus legs. This is Lamine once more.
Do it again. Do it again, young fella.
You can see the fullback is, fullback's not enjoying himself at all. They're running into each other. It's ominous. It could be 3 for Lamine.
Oh.
He's just got too much on it.
That was it.
I thought it was 3 strikes in the first
Lamine,
half. Yeah.
you suck. What are you doing? You're terrible at football. Put it in the back of the net.
Oh,
that's a layup. I'm joking. He's pretty good.
That'll be people watching going, hey?
Somebody clip that, throw it onto social, and then say, look at Barca Live doesn't like Lamine. No. Joking. I just got in my ear. Your words are a sin. Why no?
Oh, Lamine, nice skill from him. No foul though. No push. Well, he's been that good, hasn't he, Lamine? And I mean, that one was easier than the second one, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
He had time for it. He had time. He just got under it. You got to keep it low.
That was a layup. Just
yeah.
by his standards.
Pau Navarro. Nice switch over here. As Villarreal will try and dig something out of this first half. That Ayose chance, probably the closest they've come, though. Flick will be chuffed. Not only the fact that Barca have played well, that Lamine's been just that good, but also the fact they've kept Villarreal out of things, really, for large portions of this game.
Couple of early chances for Villarreal that made you hold their breath because they did get in behind. But most of the time, not a lot of anything. Maybe another?
Rafinha. Yeah. Oh, choreographed, but Balde. I tried all he could. Oh, dear. Mourinho in the end, able to come across and do the business.
I understand his frustration, actually. Makes sense.
Yeah. Switch over here to Moleiro. Dropped off now for Cardona, who's had a tricky old task trying to deal with Lamine so far today.
Give it back to him. He's got 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Go. Get Lamine up there. Where's Lamine?
He's done that so much, by the way. Brilliantly won back. Fermin now to the middle. Oh, easily away by Navarro. And then Vega on the follow-up. Yeah, Lamine was at right back because Koundé had gone upfield. Bernal has read those all day. So impressive. It goes all the way through for a goal kick. Bernal, I'm really liking him. Very sharp in midfield.
Yes, he is currently the number 2 star of the day. Without question.
So this was a bit tighter than we thought, maybe. Half a body. I mean, it's still quite obvious. Half-time spent. It's Barca who have a 2-goal lead here at the Spotify Camp Nou. What a good half of football too for Hansi Flick's team. Have been largely in control. The star of the day, without a doubt, has been Lamine Yamal, though, the 18-year-old, the number 10. He's been remarkable. 17 goals now for the season he's got. 13 in LaLiga. His second goal was a thing of absolute beauty. Barça in control. They're going to go 4 points clear for now if they hold on to this. A vital game. They're 2-0 up against Villarreal at home. Hello, welcome back here for the second half between Barça and Villarreal. How did everyone do in the halftime quiz, by the way? Let us know in the members live chat. In fact, I'm going to go and have a look at how you did. Child of God, 3 out of 5. Alia, 4 out of 5. Mac, I'm guessing you were saying 3 to the previous question. Well done, guys. That's not a bad return from you. Well done indeed. We've enjoyed ourselves, certainly, in the first half here. By the way, Bis Atletic going on behind us now, and they've missed. I couldn't see. It's gone over. Okay. I thought we'd scored. Right on cue. Barça Athletic still 0-0 away to Valencia Mestalla in the game in the 4th tier of Spanish football. You can see it there. That's live if you're a Barça YouTube premium member. So make yourself a premium member, and you've got that now, guys, live on the club's YouTube channel. Don't miss it. You can see the chance here. I think that fell to Cortés. Oh, it's a good chance too, by the way, at the back post. It really is. Anyway, it remains 0-0 in that one. There you have it then. Here, though, 2-0 to Barça, and things going very swimmingly indeed, Spence. Very swimmingly indeed. We've loved it from Lamine. We've had a great time here. Some great goals, especially the second. This has been good.
Yeah, this is a Saturday. We're not short of energy. We've got the whole day ahead of us after this. We've got a whole nother Sunday ahead of us tomorrow, and then Monday, there's even more football to pay attention to. But for what today is, so far so good, no?
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm enjoying myself, Spence. I think this has been good fun and exactly what Barça needed. I mean, not an easy game today, of course. Villarreal, a very good side. Flick will be so pleased, I think, with how in control of the game Barça have been. They've really managed to. Ooh, what's going on there? Some little signs in the crowd by someone.
No idea.
He was doing. One of the crowd members was doing his own little celebration. Anyway, Flick will be so pleased, won't he, with how in control Barça have been of such a good team. Apart from the goals.
And the only thing that I think he'll tell them at halftime is just stay on top of your game for another 45 minutes. Be careful, because this team, compared to others in LaLiga, I can compare them directly to one of their closest geographical rivals in Levante, who we just played a week ago. Yeah. This team, Villarreal, they are very capable of scoring 2 goals in a short span of time. So for Barça, they've got to stay plugged in, maybe go out and try to find that third, which I think it would probably put the game away for sure, because I don't think the game is done just yet. And obviously, if Villarreal get the first one on the other side of halftime, then you're talking about game on, because you've already got that insurance goal that you can let one slip, but go continue being the team that's been good and attacking, and then you can start thinking about some second half subs too to close this game out the right way.
I've almost got a ridiculous question for you here, so I apologise in advance. And I nearly put the same answer for all 3, Spence, but just speak to us a bit about Lamine Yamal, please, maybe. Because what a performance. I mean, for me, that him in the first half there doesn't quite reach the heights of when I'm thinking Champions League semis last season and how good he was, but that's the best I've seen him in quite some time. And he just has those days, you said it, where I don't know what it is, whether he sees something or just wakes up and says, hey, I'm going to really show them, who's boss today. And he's done that.
It's crazy, and I'm getting a look at the chance that he had that would have given him the hat trick. He's going to go out and try to find that hat trick today, first of all. Let's point that out. Until Hansi takes him off in probably the 80th minute, he's going to have a chance to score the third, and maybe even a fourth. The thing with Lamine is that in the last couple of weeks and months, the criticism that comes, fairly or unfairly, is that he's got to be more aggressive. He has to take more of the responsibility on himself to create goals. And I don't think he listens to any of that noise, or at least tries not to. He listens to the instruction that comes from Hansi Flick. And that's what's made him so far such a good developed talent. But in this game, whatever Hansi told him is pretty clear to me. It's that when you have the ball in the final third in your space, go get yours. And that's what he's been doing. And 2 goals to show for it. Probably should have had a third. The second goal that he scored, which is one of the best of the season so far, when you look at the replay over and over and over again, he didn't even look up before shooting. He just let her rip because he knew where he was, and he knew what happens when he curls that ball in towards the far post.
Love it, Spence. Yeah, love it. He has been playing like a man possessed, and just glorious, glorious football from Lamine this afternoon. It has been. Jason Cedillo, welcome to Pack Basic, by the way. Welcome to the family, my friend. I've asked that question. I mean, everyone is saying Lamine Yamal. Pirita Malaguita says credit to Fermin, though. Fermin después, I'd agree. I think Fermin was also very good indeed this afternoon, or so far in the first half. Anyway, I suppose for Barça then, Spence, you touched on it. what we have to be careful with here is that this isn't Levante. When we were 2-0 up at halftime against them last week, we might as well have packed up and gone home then just because of the feel of the game. This is a team with players who, any given moment, you never know. They could, out of nowhere, produce a chance that you go, oh dear. Ayose got in, didn't he, with that little ball from Nicolas Pepe a few moments ago, that they've got players who know where the back of the net is.
Right.
Flick has got to make sure this Barca team are still switched on here, and especially that the eyes don't start drifting to Tuesday night either, because this is not done yet.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Right.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because we've got a comment here from Child of God that says Yamal is playing so well and maybe he can score a hat trick, but I think he should be rested in the second half. Let's not start resting people before this game is actually done and dusted, as it were, because it's not. And also, Alia with a comment that I forgot to make when we were going over the best player in the first half was that I think intentionally you left out Marc Bernal because it wasn't much of a conversation about who the best player was, but in terms of who the second best player was in the second half, I would say Bernal was the guy.
No, that was my bad, Alia and Spence. That was my bad. That completely went over my head. I'm not sure how. I thought he was brilliant, Bernal. Yeah. I really did. I mean, in terms of helping Barça on that press, the amount of times he's won a 50-50 ball first in that first 45 minutes was brilliant. And yeah, I mean, Child of God is saying his height in midfield is useful. It is, but on the ball too, when it's on the floor, my God, is this a top young player, isn't it? And we're just starting to see, aren't we now, Spence, of what this guy can do when he's getting consistent minutes. What a chance he's got now with De Jong's injury. Well,
it's a position that Barca have not had since a very mythical creature left for the brighter, greener pastures of Inter Miami. And I'm not talking about Messi. I'm talking about Busquets. And Marc Bernal would be very unfairly compared to a player like Sergio Busquets. But if we're talking about what Barca need, especially at that position, a guy who can sort of pivot around the ball. I know, in Spanish the word actually is pivot for that position, but it's true because if you can turn with it in those tight angles, keep the ball glued to your feet on one end when you're trying to release up the pitch, but also what he's done so well in this game, specifically when Barca lose the ball and Villarreal try to make that first pass back towards the midfield, he's constantly intercepting that pass, reading it, and even if Barca don't win the ball back, he's getting enough of a deflection on it for the rest of the defense to come back and set themselves so that there's no counterattack.
Few fine instructions being given here in the tunnel. Completely agree though, Spence. For me, Bernal, second best player in the first half behind Lamine, and just brilliant. I mean, you get the feeling Flick would already be thinking about his team, I suppose, at least for Tuesday night, and you get the idea that Bernal would be almost a lock-in, really, almost a shoo-in in there with maybe with a Pedri inside of midfield too. That will all wait to be seen. For now, no changes at half-time. It doesn't look like. Flick there with a little bit of encouragement for Ferran. Well, Barca maybe hope that more spaces will appear as this second half goes on too. There's a Spotify coming now. You get the feeling the faithful would have enjoyed this one.
Okay, we have a comment that needs to be... Oh, hold on. I was just about to say the comment, and then and then the page just gave me an error, and we needed to reload. All right, reset. Here we go. We have a comment from Simbra Rashi Sadzwia. Sadzwia? I don't want to watch these people... I want to watch the match. Well, the beauty of this show is that you can watch these people and you can go watch the match next to us, and then you've got both at the same time, and you can have fun, and you're a Barca Premium member, so you can chat with us while you're watching the match. But these people are very interested to be chatting with you.
That's it, Spence. That's it. Let's go watch the game commentary, by the way. So Barca back out then for the second 45 minutes here. There is Rafinha with the armband on this afternoon, but it's all been about Lamine Yamal so far for Barca. Thanks, Alia.
No, I missed. What did I miss? Oh, there it is. I want to watch Spencer Pablo. Oh, thank you, Alia.
We love you. Villarreal players are still in the tunnel, by the way, having a few extra discussions before they go out. They're going to have to change something, aren't they? Marcelino's side in this one. Not being the 45 minutes they would have wanted. At a ground they've got good history in the last few years, actually. In fact, away from home to Barça, they've won 3 of their last 4 visits to Catalonia. So,
One of them I don't count, which was the first of those 3 of the 4, which was like the second to last game of the regular season.
Yeah.
And it was the year that Barça with Xavi had already won the league. And then I think Villarreal won that one 2-0.
Yep, they did.
And it was like 38 crosses or something that Barça put in without one even hitting the head of a Barça player. So some of them don't count. Some of them do.
To be fair, last season's win as well, Barça had won LaLiga. That was actually the day we were holding up the trophy. It was a celebration.
Right.
They won that game 3-2 Villarreal. You know, Barça had nothing to play for.
Right.
The 5-3 win they got was a bit more spectacular. We're back underway, by the way, for the second 45 minutes here. What do you think here, Spence? Do you think this will be a quiet second half like we saw against Levante, where Villarreal are just going to watch us
I hope
go
not.
by? Yeah.
I hope not. I hope Barca come out the same way they came out in the first half, looking for another goal, because 2-0 isn't good enough for me just yet.
He's gay. Olmo is snapping around his ankles, and Barça are immediately on the other way here with Lamine. Lamine's got Ferran inside, goes to the back post where Rafinha was lurking. Rafinha's going to have to retrieve this one now then. Still Rafa. And he's going to come all the way back here to Alejandro Balde. Balde just about gets enough on that to Eddie Garcia. Very slick from him. Straight up to Ferran Torres, who knows he's got Lamine in that spot. That was excellent from Ferran. Look at Koundé. He's in. This should be 3. Koundé. Olmo. Oh. Brilliant save by Luis Jr.
Yeah.
Vital stop. Excellent football from Barça. But no third goal. Fermin. Take a good look at that one in a minute. That was slick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal.
Go get him, kid.
Overlap again is through Koundé. Olmo then tries to get it back to him. Well, Barca have started the second half as you probably would have wanted them to right there, Spence.
That is the movement that we're looking for. A difficult finish for Barca, and Olmo did, I think, everything he could.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I mean, he hits it right at Luis Jr. at point-blank range, but there wasn't much of an angle for him to redirect that ball anywhere else, so just put it on target and see if something good happens. Good action, though. Good action.
Balde. Back here to Eddie Garcia. And now Pau Cubarsí. This is Koundé. Be careful here.
So just before Lamine scored, I can't remember now if it was the first. It was the first one, I think.
Right, yeah.
I was going to put forward a proposal for a brainstorming idea.
Ayose's in here. Maybe we'll have that in a moment, Spence, because here comes Ayose. I'm not sure if he was offside. No, he wasn't. Play on. Here he is again, Ayose Perez. Off Balde. Corner. Go on.
Now, technically, hold on. I have to sidetrack for a moment. There is no TH sound at the end of Ayose's last name because he's from the Canary Islands.
That's okay, yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's Ayose Perez, but everyone else is Perez. But we're talking about this little idea that I have. And I'm going to wait until after the corner.
Yeah, good shout.
Because I want to see what happens.
Then you can say it in full. Corner here then for Villarreal at the start of the second half. Not on many of these. This might even be their first. Pepe is over to take it. He's taking his time over the delivery too. In by Pepe. Oh, and that's going to go through everyone here too. Big chance, surely 2-1. And it's Gay who strikes. And Villarreal have the perfect start to the second half. Barca's 2-goal lead is cut in half. And the yellow submariner are laughing.
That's the first time that Barca have really failed to defend what should have been defended easily. The corner comes in. It takes 4 different touches. Gay is onside because Rafinha was back defending. It's just a bad luck and bad sequence of events and a bad sequence of bounces, but Barca failed to get it out of the area, and it fell to a yellow shirt, and that's the price you pay. So 2-1, here you go. That's what I mean. Game on.
Such a frustrating start to the second half, Hansi Flick's team, and we said we didn't want it to be a quiet second half. Maybe we should take that one back because 4 minutes into it, Villarreal have put themselves right back in this game here. A team who... Well, we knew they wouldn't be fully down and out, not aside of their quality, but they haven't looked like producing much this game at all. They have got more than a foothold in it now. Olmo, Barça has to go up another gear then at the start of the second 45 minutes. Koundé, Lamine, do look like a team who have more than a few goals in them today this afternoon, though, Barça. Bernal. Now Balde. Olmo. Oh, couldn't get it through. Back to Rafinha. Ooh, just about bobbled his way through. Rafinha came off his hand, though.
Handball.
Spence, do you want to explain?
Yeah. So okay. So here's my idea, because I'm seeing a lot of trial and error today when it comes to Koundé and Balde, and while I'm very respectful of traditional positional values, Balde being left-footed and being thrown on at left back, Koundé being right-footed and thrown on at right back, I do think there's something to be said for the way that this team plays and the way that Joao Cancelo has played since coming on.
Mm-hmm.
This is an out there idea, because Hansi's not going to listen to me, and why would he? But I feel like both of those players could be tested at their opposite position.
Wow, Koundé and Balde.
I'm not saying for the whole game, but the way that we see at times attacking wingers getting switched from one flank to the other, I do think if you can develop a little bit of chemistry between, say, Balde and Lamine, both of whom I know are left-footed, but Balde is a more attacking-based defender, and if he comes up to try and curl it in on his left foot, he's going to have a much better go of it, I think.
It's an idea that I don't think is really executed or thought about. Watch out here. Villarreal in the chance to make it 2-2. Oh, and Pepe had it. Gets a second bite of the cherry too. Pepe. Good from Rafinha.
I know it's an out there idea.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think sometimes Koundé gets a little stuck with the ball under his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes Balde is a little bit too over-ambitious with the ball on his feet. So I think if you switch that up and you also have that little X factor of Joao Cancelo being able to really play either side, it's worth a try.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen that when Koundé comes back onto his left foot, he does often think, I've got to go back now. Important header from Bernal. This game now wide open, though, Spence, isn't it? My God, I mean, Villarreal there with a big chance to make it 2-2, just a few minutes after making it 2-1. And Barça must be wary at this stage. Can't imagine them changing too much of how they're going to play here, Barça. But well, they've got to be careful with the talent, the quality that Villarreal have on the ball when they come forward. This, all of a sudden, a completely different game of football than what we had at the end of the first half. My God. Bis Atletic there, by the way, inches away from taking the lead off the post from Delgado, I believe. Still 0-0 there. Joan Garcia. Balde. Later here to Rafinha. Now Marc Bernal, a bit of space for Barca's number 22. He swings it right here for Jules Koundé. Bernal once more. Lamine. Bernal. Lamine, there's Ferran's run. It's not going to reach him. Villarreal can clear.
Ooh. Oy, oy, oy.
Oh, lovely skill. How about that? And that is going to be a booking for Bernal.
That's as clear as day. Nice foul. Professional foul.
Yeah, one he had to make.
Was it? No. I feel like there were a lot of bodies back there. But
I mean,
yeah, that's
he was
fine.
getting away, Mikhail
Fine.
Tatse.
Could have ripped the shirt.
The name off.
Point. Yeah.
There you go. Takes the free kick short. Oh, that's a heavy touch. Oh, nearly let Lamine in, who is down hurt here. Navarro saying nothing in that. And watch out here, because the ball at the top is executed to perfection. Is it? Garcia came out, missed it. Ayose Perez has missed. Wow. Well. We just said about how good he is coming off his line. He didn't quite get full contact on that one.
A lot to dissect from that.
Oh, dude.
It's a painful challenge from Navarro. And then there was this slight miscommunication, and this is what we're talking about. Joan Garcia comes out off of his line. He's got to time it right. He gets a little bit on it, but not enough to take it away from Ayose, who is going to be wishing he had that one back to hit the target.
Flick and Martiriano there having a bit of an alteration on the touchline. And Rafinha is furious here with the challenge on Lamine Yamal, I believe, from Navarro, who went in there with his studs up. I think he got enough of the ball and maybe not enough of Lamine for it to be a red card. We'll have to wait and see.
Wow, there's a lot going on right now.
There is.
And especially now that there's jeopardy back in the game.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Spence, this one has been slightly turned on its head, though, hasn't it? You would say that much. I mean, the goal from Villarreal has really shaken what was quite a calm game up for Barça.
Yeah. Rafinha's hot. Lamine is also a little bit tense, it would appear. You see that Odiath is waving.
Yeah, nothing's going to be
something forward. I don't know what
I think he wants a conversation with Rafinha. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I know the fans won't like this because it's slowing down the game, but I do think this is necessary.
Oh.
Oof, that's tough.
Oh, Rafinha's got to leave it now, I think. He's said his piece, hasn't he? And he's got to be careful. What colour card is that? It's a yellow, okay. Rafinha into the book, and he's got to stop there. He's got to stop there.
I mean, this is also a grey area because Rafinha's got the captain's armband on, so he does have the right to be able to speak with the referee at length, but there's still a leash.
Yeah.
And you could see Ferran and a couple of other players after that initial pull-in by the referee. Rafinha was still going, and he was pushing Rafinha away, saying, stop, stop. And he kept going, and that's why he got the yellow card.
Hansi Flick has seen enough. We just got images on our screen. Marcus Rashford and Pedri are going to be coming on here very shortly for Barça. So some 11 minutes into the second half where things have just started to go the other sort of direction for Barça. They're going to have to try and turn the tide here with those two changes.
I always wonder about Rafinha once he gets heated like this, which it happens, to everybody. But for him, you can tell more when it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't know what you think. Does he play better or does he play more distracted when he's angry like this?
I think he's a very focused player anyway, and I think he does play with a bit of vigour. I think when he gets a bit like that, I'd probably say he's better in his other state, I'd say.
Right. So if Rashford comes on for Rafinha here at the hour mark, that
would explain something, wouldn't
could be a little bit of the decision-making from Flick, who knows his players better than we do.
Yeah, I think so, Spence. But big call that. Let's take off Rafinha in a game 2-1 up. This vital, this important in La Liga.
Who else comes off for Rashford?
Yeah. I mean, now Olmo inside. Oh, look at the space. Doesn't use it. Olmo goes for goal himself. Thought maybe a pass to Balde would have been used there. So the first one is going to be Pedri then in solitude. He's on for Olmo.
Yeah.
That's the first Barca sub then. And as always, the Barca faithful are going to be delighted to see.
Well, back at home now. The other one was in Levante. Wait, was that here too?
No, it came on against Levante.
Yeah. I'm forgetting where some of these games are now. That was also at the company.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So Rashford's not coming on just for now. We did see him get stripped down there on the bench. Let's see what decision is made there. Pedri on though, and on in what I'd say is a vital moment of the game too, Spence, in terms of Barca trying to regain a foothold in this game really and regain dominance. Just a narrow 1-goal lead now. And a nice player to be able to bring off the bench.
This is going to be a really nice watch. If you have the game on next to you, just keep your eye on number 8 the whole time. Let's see how the game changes with his involvement.
Bernal. Now Koundé. Kouarsi. Always try and find Pedri, won't they, Barça? Here is the Canarian. Lovely switch over there to Lamine Yamal. It was excellent. It was perfect. Lamine went towards Fermin. Cleared away by Gay, who's been everywhere today. Oh, Lamine again. Never looks like he's got enough room in the touchline, but he often gets through there. Eddie Garcia dealt with that ball over the top not once but twice. Very good defending by the Barca, number 24. Now Pedri. Rafinha. Alejandro Balde. Was caught, wasn't he, Balde? Yeah, he's going to be fouled, yeah.
His shoe
Yeah,
came off.
Shoe just came off there from Balde.
That's how much he got caught.
60 minutes played. How are you feeling, Cordes? Let us know in the members live chat. How are you feeling now?
I like the Pedri goggles that are out.
Yeah. Full of them. Pedri.
He's on it.
Now Rafinha. Couldn't quite find
Nice.
Balde's won it straight back to the Brazilian. Still Rafinha. Pedri in support here. Game changes, isn't it? Once he's come on. Barca haven't lost the ball already since he's been on the pitch, just tapping things around, back in control. Have to be wary with when Villarreal do get the ball, though, when they do come forward. Lamine. This is Marc Bernal. Now Pedri. Lamine's got Koundé there on the overlap. Lamine, does he need him? Maybe not. Still Lamine on a hat-trick.
Oh, I thought that was in.
Oh my God, me too.
Oh, I saw it.
He's dragged it just wide of the post. Lamine so nearly producing a remarkable hat-trick, just wide. Whoa. Whoa. That is mighty close.
Looked real good from here. But that's the aggression that I like. Let's keep that going.
Barca, who have reached an hour of football here. Pepe. Ooh, that was almost blasted at the chest of, I think it was Mikel Datse, who couldn't take it in his stride. Got a stat here, by the way, Spence, from our editor, Mario, today. He's sent me one saying Lamine Yamal has now scored 26 goals in 95 matches in LaLiga. He's the first player to reach 25 goals before turning 19 in Europe's top 5 leagues in the 21st century.
Wow.
The numbers he's got to his game are quite remarkable. They really are.
Ooh, nice feed. Oh,
And
what a
Barca in,
feed.
Ferran! A vital save by Luis Jr.
And I give Ferran as much credit as possible for getting in behind goal there and actually being able to get a foot on the ball. It looked like he was being pulled down in the process. That was definitely Ferran out there.
Now, Barça Athletic, by the way, as you can see on your screens, they've got 5 minutes left to try and dig out something, and it looks like they've just scored. Well,
Okay.
ball in here from Cliver, and the header,
Bang.
and 1-0 in the 85th minute, and it's Joaquin Delgado again who scored for them. So Barça Athletic have taken the lead in their game. He can't stop scoring right now. Remarkable. And against 10-man Valencia, they have indeed taken the lead. A
Nice.
vital one for Belletti's team.
So a 1-0 lead over there, a 2-1 lead over here. So whoever it was at the beginning of the game that said, I don't know, a 1-0 or a 2-1, they might have been talking about both games.
Yeah. I think it might have been Charlotte.
Yeah. It was.
Ferran there with a good little half chance there, wasn't it? Through on Luis Jr.'s goal. Here comes Fermin again. Now Pedri. Oh, still Pedri. Alejandro Balde. Here he is again, the little magician. How good is that? Oh, God, I spoke too soon. I think I got a nick on it on the way through that stopped it falling into the path of Lamine Yamal. Lovely feet that by Comesaña, by the way. He's still going to Mikel Datse, rather. Good ball on the back, too. Koundé with defending to do. How good was that from Koundé? Masterful defending. Did really well. Good strength, good pace. Won it back cleanly. As Jose was trying to get away. No, he kicked him.
Yeah,
I say cleanly.
might be seen as a foul. It's I can understand why. It's also an interesting moment there when the two collided. They did.
Yeah, it was a foul for you? Maybe, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say, but I think Ayose probably could have avoided that because he was clearly first to the ball and then slowed up a little bit and actually decided to have a look over his shoulder. But
Passionate fans in the stands, as always. Villarreal are going to bring Buchanan on here shortly, the man who scored the winner in this fixture last season. is Ayose. Pedri. Now Bernal. Koundé. Marc Bernal. This is Pedri once more. Game perfectly balanced on a knife edge here. Alejandro Balde. Pedri's had so many touches since coming on. Rafinha, excellent drilled pass into Ferran, who couldn't quite get out at his feet. Good from Bernaldo, able to put his body about there and turn things back over here. Ooh, Koundé. Again playing well today. Bernal. Here he is, Lamine Yamal. Nearly got a hat-trick a few moments ago. Maybe now he can get closer to it. Fermin. Patient, isn't it, from Barça? They're going to have to be.
Yeah.
Because Villarreal, despite being behind, are still setting up nice and deep in there and making things very difficult. Almost just hacked clear easily away.
They're making it tough. And I like the patience right now from Barça. I also cannot stress enough how great it is to have Pedri controlling things in the midfield.
He's just that good, isn't he? Gliding around so far, Pedri. Eric now back to Koumarsi. Tell you what, we got footage of Rashford being stripped and readied on the flick cam, and he is nowhere to be seen for now. So Hansi clearly delaying that movement on the bench. Koumarsi. Now Koundé. Saw that ball was in towards Rafinha. And that was always quite an ambitious one, really. Changes are going to be coming up here, though, for Villarreal and indeed for Barça. So, first for Barça, Ferran off, Lewandowski on.
Let's see if we can pop the net. And as soon as he steps off the pitch, he becomes Pablo Bulls Blanco. And Bernal comes off for Araujo. Interesting.
Okay. So Eric's going to go into midfield then.
Pedraza and Buchanan. Moleiro off. And Ayose.
Yeah, there we go. Still complaining, I think, about the foul a few moments ago, Ayose Perez. There you go, but Buchanan is on. As is Pedraza, so double change for both teams here. Yeah, Nelly Garcia, you'd expect will be here in midfield then. New sort of role for him. There's the switch. Buchanan's going to get there first. Here he comes, Buchanan, away by Koumarsi.
That's the danger.
That's going to fall to Koundé, thankfully. Lamine now. Eric, back to Lamine. Eric once more. Fermin Lopez. Very integrating there for Barça. Got to be careful. Eric, though, can do no wrong right now. Yellow card. And Pedraza's been on the pitch for 30 seconds.
Haven't had a chance to pull out a card today. I went back to the regular cards.
He kept the others at home, yeah, safe and sound.
I do actually have the others here, just in case there's a really important card to hand out, but I went for like the cheap dollar store version today, not the ones that were actual cards from the 70s in Spanish football.
Koundé. Araujo. Now Pedri. Pedri has Alejandro Balde here up in support. Now the little canary midfielder once more. Oh, and look at that. Bis Atletic have scored again. And it's that man again, is it? He just can't stop scoring right now. Remarkable, his numbers since joining the club. And for those of you YouTube Premium members, you've enjoyed that one. Watch out, we're enjoying ourselves here. Lamine's in. Lamine, yes! There you go. It's a hat-trick for Lamine Yamal. He really is that special. Assist by Pedri, hat-trick for Lamine. Barça have their 2-goal lead back. Lamine's having a Barça party.
First things first, Let's just make sure that everything is all situated with the through ball to Lamine, who made a beautiful run, who is well onside. And this day, in an instant, Pablo, it just went from being a fun day to a historic one. Lamine Yamal hat trick at the Spotify Camp Nou. I believe that's the first time that we can say that.
It's the first time we can say Lamine Yamal scored a hat-trick in his professional career. It is a milestone moment for him. What a finish. He's taken all 3 of his goals ever so well. And you're quite right, Spence. Get used to that, saying that maybe. Hat-trick at the Spotify Camp Nou for Lamine. And a Hansi Flick who surely is delighted with how his number 10 took that one. Pretty calm, actually.
And but he is delighted. Every Lamine goal has been crucial to the flow of this game because the first one set the tone, the second one was brilliant and gave Barça the cushion, and the third one, for now, oh boy.
Koundé's got defending through, Pedrasta's in! Easy for Joan Garcia to keep in
Nice.
play, though. Nice from him.
The third one has put the breathing room back into the game for Barça. And who knows, maybe he will go and score a 4th. But 3 is a great way to cap off our Saturday.
Those of you who said Lamine would score a hat-trick, well done. And well, he's Lamine Yamal.
Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He's about to win the brawl, yo. Lamine Yamal, yo. He's Yamal, yo. Lamine Yamal, yo. You got a problem, got a number you can call, yo. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He's about to win the brawl, yo. Lamine Yamal, yo.
Oh, we do love a good Lamine Yamal rap here on Barça Live.
What a day.
Yeah, no one...
History, my friend.
I know, yeah.
A Lamine Yamal hat trick. That's history.
It is, yeah. First time we've seen that. Probably not the last time we'll see that. He really is that good. And Villarreal will be wondering why on earth he woke up on the wrong side of bed today.
I don't want to make us, both of us, sound like geniuses, but the first 5 minutes of this game, we were like, that Lamine,
And it's really good.
he
Yeah.
looks good today.
Pedri. Lewandowski.
We
Now,
got-
Rashford and Rooney going to come on. That's some ball that, by the way, from Fermin towards Rafinha. Wow. And Renato Vega had to get that one away. And you're quite right, Spence. Timing of the goals. I mean, that third one there, just when this was in the balance, heading towards the last 15 minutes at just 1 goal up. All of a sudden, it's getting a little bit nervy. And a massive goal. Joaquim Delgado, by the way, 2 goals for him. A 2-0 win for Bis Atletic, who keep themselves in the promotion spots. Valencia down to 10 men around the hour mark. And a vital win for Beletti's team. Those of you who are Barça Premium members on YouTube, you were able to watch that live, as you are for all of their upcoming games. Don't watch the run-in now. Don't miss the run-in here, guys, in this one. Changes here, Spence. Rashford is on for Rafinha. And Lamine, who's got a hat-trick, won't be getting 4. He's off for
Clap it up.
Rooney. So Rooney and Rashford on. Spence, is that the fact that we're 3-1 up? Is that flick going here Tuesday night?
It might be.
Doesn't often bring Lamine and Rafinha off at 73 minutes.
Yeah, it might be. You know, it's a case of fresh legs. I do think there's space on the wings for Barça today anyway, so those legs can keep on churning, and you've got Pedri right in the middle doing everything right, so this is good. I mean, we'll see if your prediction holds true or if there are more goals in this.
Yeah, indeed we will. Here's Kouassi, Pedri.
You didn't want me to say anything.
No, I actually don't mind, you know. In fact, I've said it some weeks, haven't I, where I've gone, well, our prediction's still on here when we've got 5 minutes left. And you've gone, why have you said that?
Me? I said that? That doesn't
Yeah,
sound
because
like me. Okay, I'll take your word for it. See, I'm not superstitious. I'll say anything.
Oh, really? Yeah.
What I say has literally no bearing on what happens out there.
Rashford, by the way, back on the pitch after his short spell on the sidelines for injury. He was in the squad against Levante, never came on.
What I would like to see is Hansi just take. I wish he heard me for a second so that he can just put Koundé in left back and Balde at right back for the last 15 minutes and see what happens.
Just
what do you have to lose?
Just for your little social experiment, yeah.
What do you have to lose? Balde just lost the ball again on the left-hand side. Just give it a try.
Here is Pedri with Rashford in support. Balde's making the run beyond him. Marcus Rashford.
Oops.
Went to go through the gap, lost it. Villarreal players getting in each other's way. Pedri. Fermin Lopez.
See, and then if Balde gets the ball there where Koundé just got it, I'm just saying. He
He
cuts
inside,
in and
dink it in.
Or there's an overlap for him and he chops it back. Like, I don't know. Why does football have to be so traditional all the time?
That was a bit of a taboo in football, I'd say. Maybe as we've seen it a few more in left backs being right-footed, but hang on here, Rashford, corner. I feel like a left-footed right back, Spence. I mean, you just don't see that.
No, you don't. But Balde is not a left back or a right back. He's a wing back at most, in the most defensive sense. He's a wing back. He's not even really a wing back. He's more just like a wide midfielder.
He has played right back before, I remember, Balde. Under Xavi, he did so quite a few times.
So when you say, like, yeah, left-footed right back, I mean, I agree with you. When they're building out from the back, it's not the most ideal, but he's very rarely the guy that they build through.
Yeah. He does play as a almost left midfielder. Rashford's delivery, heads go up. I think Lewandowski got contact on that. He did. He flashed his header wide of the post. With Levy and Araujo in the box now. Barça do have targets to hit there.
Ali is writing new lyrics.
Oh, go on.
He's Yamal Yal, Lamine Yamal Yal. You got a problem, got a number you can call y'all. Super quick, scored a hat trick, he can ball y'all. About to win the brawl y'all. Lamine Yamal Yal.
Bravo.
Nice.
Araujo. Eric. This is Koundé now for Barça. Back over here to Araujo. Barça have got that sort of feel about them, don't they, Spencer? They had when they were 2 goals up.
Yeah.
In the first half.
Yeah.
Calm and controlled.
Without fear.
Yeah. Fermin.
Look, Pedri has the ball.
What a difference he's made, by the way. I mean, since he's come on, Spence, Villarreal haven't had a sniff. And I mean that. They have not had a sniff. For a team who were 2-1 down, right back in the game, starting to make something out of this, he's come on and just put everything to bed. He really has. His assist was glorious, but the way he's controlled the game has been remarkable. Now Rooney. Cross. Easily cleared.
Did he get the assist?
Yeah.
I
Look at him. He's won the ball back again there, Pedri. Simply is one of a kind in midfield. Balde's in here. And he's not going to get the ball back. Yeah, here you go, Spencer. Should be able to...
No, it's confirmed. Yeah.
Should be there. There you go. There are the assists, by the way, for today. So Fermin gets both of Lamin's. Not sure how much he can claim the second one.
Like, I'm looking at ratings, player ratings for this game, which every app has a slightly different model. But usually, like, a good game for a player is like an 8.0 or an 8. You know, maybe if you get into like 8.5, you're in man of the match territory.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Lamine is at 9.7. Okay.
Yeah.
This is according to FootMob.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. Pedri came off the bench 15 minutes ago, and he's at a 7.6. You can't get into the 7s in 15 minutes of football off the bench just like that.
Because you haven't done enough, He's that good, people. He really is.
Crazy.
Yeah, Alia says it. Pablo and Llorent's close to their prediction. 12 minutes away, in fact. Fermin. Pedri everywhere again.
Unbelievable.
Still Fermin.
Unbelievable. It's all because of Pedri.
He's been really good as well today, Fermin, I must say. Really good. And there he goes. What a pass to Rashford. Rashford. Still Rashford. Oh, he's flown that one at Koundé rather than slotted it to him on the floor.
He, too, is just excited to get his out there right now. And that was a little bit tougher because the cutback took him out of position to shoot. But it started with Pedri, and then you said it, Fermin released that pass.
Levy. Eric. Back to Lewandowski. Oh, lost control of it. And now Villarreal can try and break forward themselves again. Fermin makes the foul. If it is Bernal and Pedri on Tuesday night, it's got a really big decision to then make in number 10, doesn't he, Hansi Flick? You get the feeling Fermin is making a fine case for being the one who gets that nod. Although maybe the fact that he stayed on today tells otherwise. It's all in the air.
Alright, so a couple of changes for Villarreal. Alfon comes on, the man Sergi Cardona from Cambrils. He comes off.
And how about that for a La Liga legend, if you like. Dani Parejo on for Comesaña. And those Villarreal fans haven't seen what they've wanted so far today. We're on the final 10 minutes here, so nothing done quite yet. Just over 44,000 fans. 44,256 to be precise, inside the Spotify Camp Nou this afternoon. Next time they'll be here will be for that magical cup night against Athletic. Pedri.
Are you calling it a magical cup night because you know what's coming?
Yeah.
Because if we talk about that game, it has to be an all-out blitz from the beginning.
It does.
It has to be. Like, I don't want to bring up really bad memories, but I'm just using this as an example. But that night at Anfield in 2019,
yeah, I would have. Yeah, okay.
Like the mentality that Liverpool had that day to come out and just try and get one early, which they did, and then try and get one later, which they did, and then just keep chipping away. That's got to be Barca's mentality in the game on Tuesday.
Rooney's plucked this out here on the wide far side. Still Rooney. The pullback is away. Yeah, I would have maybe gone more Barca PSG, but I'm hearing you.
Tomato.
Fermin. Oh, just over Lewandowski, behind by Mourinho for a corner.
Either way, from minute one, you're not worried about conceding.
Yeah,
you just got to go score more goals than them. You have to.
Yeah, Barca have really got to go for things on Tuesday night. They certainly do. It has to be one of those magical special nights where everything just goes right for you, doesn't it?
It's 4-0 on aggregate. That score is not going to finish 4-0 on aggregate. It's going to look one way or the other. It's going to look different.
Rashford's corner. Easily cleared at the front post. It is going to fall to Pedri, however, who might well hit this. Pedri thought about it, didn't he? Instead finds Koundé, whose cross is punched away by Luis Jr. And the offside flag was up anyway for those Barca players who were threatening to get on the end of it in the middle.
I wish Pedri would stop making the right unselfish play all the time, because that was absolutely the right play, but fine.
Yeah, Lewandowski well offside in the middle. Final change coming up here for Villarreal, by the way. Nicolas Pepe is going to come off. Haven't quite seen enough from him so far this afternoon. Been very good since joining Villarreal. They're just ticking towards a defeat here. Uluwasei is going to be coming on. Barca here heading towards yet another victory at home. They've won every single game at home in La Liga so far this season. Kubarsi, who has been so good so far this afternoon, with more defending, he just makes it look easy. Oh, and look at that from Pedri too. He enters the MVP votes. Does he, Spence, for you maybe?
So what's the only thing stopping me from giving him man of the match off the bench? It's the fact that one guy scored 3 goals in the game.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. You
Brilliant.
hear that? You hear that? They're chanting. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about MVP. There's a lot of players who I think have been brilliant. Bernal has got to be up there for me. Lamine, of course. But I think Eric and Kubarsi have been really good for me. Kubarsi in particular, excellent.
Well, and when you asked initially who you thought the key player of the game would be, you put Joan Garcia on the list, and thankfully he hasn't been a factor.
No, he hasn't been a factor at all, really. And it didn't end up being Ferran's afternoon either. Kumarsi. Rashford. Balle now. This has pretty much been the pattern, I'd say, for the last 20 minutes or so, Spence. Almost since that Lamine goal. Pedri. Koundé. Oh, left it for Rooney. Atletic inside. Rooney goes all the way back.
This is good. This is a nice little circulation. No need to push it. Keep the ball. Already got the 2-goal lead. Make the right pass. Keep them running. It's hard to chase the ball like this.
Again, it feels like one of those, Spence, that you wouldn't add too much time on, would you, at full time if you were the officials? But we'll have to wait and see what they do.
You still probably get 3 or 4 just because of the substitutions, but that's it. Everything else has gone very smooth in this half.
Just excellent Barca football, it really is. They're moving the ball around effortlessly. Eric to Rooney. Koundé's there on the overlap. Here is Koundé. Rooney was in again, didn't find him.
It's all right, no rush.
Eric. Oh, back to Koundé. Leaves it for the Swede.
How many passes have they strung together now?
If this goes in, it might well be a record. Fermin. Shoots and... Whew, ambitious, wasn't it? Always rising over the top of the crossbar.
That was the end of a sequence of about 3 minutes consecutively where they had the ball without releasing possession.
This is the 3rd goal.
Wow, he was so far turned away from goal, Lamine, when he received that. I didn't realize that. He had to bring it back. I mean, he was facing the corner flag when he picked the ball up.
His first touch is so good, it immediately puts himself back onto his left, doesn't it? And then the finish, I mean, so calm, made it look so easy. It wasn't an easy finish at all. Rashford here will back himself against tired legs. Good tackle by Mourinho. And a victory that will just shoot more life into those Barca fans, won't it? Back-to-back defeats, only for the 2nd time this season against Atleti, and then Girona stunned a few. Madrid slip about Osasuna, of course, giving us leadership back in LaLiga after that win against Levante. And then what's happened today, really positive for Barca, isn't it? This will give them all of the confidence to go into that game on Tuesday. Full of belief. Koundé. Lewandowski.
You never know.
Oh, was he bumped there, Lewandowski? He was, yeah. Free kick. Pau Navarro, I think it was. Holding his face, the pole.
Ooh.
And it was Spence, I'm guessing, yeah?
It was an inadvertent shoulder to the chin.
Ooh.
Like, to the jaw. That's gonna rattle him. That's a painful one.
Yeah, and you can tell there, he does look in a little bit of a heap, Lewandowski.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be okay. Well, Hansi Flick will be so pleased with how professional his side were today. And I'll say this even, I think with the Champions League draw yesterday as well, Spence, a lot of the talk was about that. And the route to the final, and everyone got in Champions League mode. And naturally, everyone's also talking about Tuesday night. But his players have been solely focused on today. They've done a great job too.
Yeah, the Champions League right now is the 3rd most distant competition from their minds. First up was today. Then we've got Tuesday in a hey, you never know sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can start, well, then the La Liga again, and then we can get back to the Champions League.
All going to be good fun. Koundé. Araujo. Got a decision to make at centre-back too, Hansi Flick, with Eddie Garcia suspended. Who does he play there? Oh, Rashford's not happy there with Mourinho. Felt as if there was a bit too much...
a little tuggy-tuggy, a little tuggy-tuggy, a little... Oh! I mean, that Mourinho looking at him like...
Yeah,
you want to come up against me? He's a big guy.
He's a big guy, yeah. Juan Garcia. No clean sheet for him today. That will be frustrating for Juan. Lewandowski brings it down. Laid off here to Balde.
Well,
Koundé. Say it.
this is a nice little easy stroll to the finish line, and you are whatever amount of time away in stoppage time from getting your prediction right, but here come Barça on the attack.
It's Rooney. It's still Rooney, who I think just was thinking about getting a shot away from a moment
thinking about
there.
your prediction.
And he thought, yeah. He thought, I'll let you have it. Badly, how much time's added on? That's going to define whether this will hold or not.
3, 4,
Badly.
0.
Yeah.
Can't be 0.
6!
Ah. All right.
Jules Koundé for Barça. Now Pedri. Oh, very nice. Koundé, and this is surely 4. Yes, it is. It's Robert Lewandowski. The flag is up.
He says kind of happy about it.
I actually wasn't. I actually want us to score more goals. I mean that. Hand on heart, I would rather we score more when my predictions aren't right.
See,
I think
onside.
I'm not sure
this is going to be a goal.
That's going to stand.
It's going to be a goal. It's going to be 4-1. 4-1 to Barça. Goal! Goal.
This hasn't been given yet.
It's a goal. Stop it. It's a goal. It's very clearly a goal. We're celebrating because it's a goal. Goal. It's a goal. What do you want from me? I don't need to wait for VAR. I already see it.
What's going
to happen then? This clip is going to go viral? What do you want? It's a goal. It's a goal. Come on.
Should I start writing it on?
Put it in. Put it on right now. Come on.
I'm not putting it on right now.
Come on. With both fists on the table. What do you know? Boom, boom, boom. Goal.
Barca 4, Villarreal 1. It's Robert Lewandowski who tapped the ball into an empty net. Koundé fouled him. I'll tell you what, again, intricate football from Barca, really impressive. And they now have 4 against Villarreal. That's some result, isn't it, Spence? And a really good one.
Yeah, that's a nice finish to the game on a day when Barca really never had to sweat. Even when they were a goal up, it never felt difficult for them.
I do find it odd that this was given offside. I mean that. It's a strange one. You could see Koundé all the way was well on.
You know, some days we curse VAR, and other days we say, yeah, that's what it's here for, right?
100%. I mean,
the net like Lewandowski.
Oh, it's a double wrap day.
Bosque, dale al balón que lo enrosque.
Right in front of the net.
Yeah,
He
Rosque
popped
did
the
it
net
that
like
time, yeah.
Lewandowski.
11 goals in La
nice.
Liga for him, by the way. And it's been all the raps today, Spence.
All the raps. Except the Bernal rap.
He's been that good, we could have given it. Here come Villarreal themselves down the other end.
Can I get a flick cam?
Yeah, that was his reaction to the goal being given there. Enjoyed that one. Happy Lewandowski got it. Can I just say, Spence, you know the give and go for that Koundé goal? Pedri did it.
Of course he did.
And it was a glorious pass again. It was made to look so simple.
So he gets the hockey assist.
Yeah, the
as we
pre-assist,
call it.
exactly. Yeah.
So what is his number at right now?
And Koundé, who I think has also been pretty good today, also getting himself on the score sheet.
He's got a 7.9, a 7.9 off the bench in 30 minutes.
Do you think at full time that goes even more?
He might get to 8 if he completes another pass or 2. No? And he doesn't lose the ball.
God, we've
But
missed him. He really is that good.
An 8.0 off the bench. Like I'm not a ratings statistics genius, but I know a good rating when I see it.
Could be 5. Fermin. Parejo.
Don't commit a foul, Pedri.
Wasn't the foul. Brilliant from Fermin.
That's a foul.
He was fouled. Rooney. Still Rooney. Still Rooney. No. Free kick, Barca.
Good refereeing.
Yeah.
Waited that extra half second to see if something came up for Barca.
And Fermin. This, Spence, for me, is going to be the game I struggle the most to get my MVP votes. I don't know. I want to give it to a lot of them. Fermin has to be up there for me. Pedri, how can you not give it to him? Lamine Yamal, of course. Koubarsi, Eric. My God, they've all been so good.
Can we sort of break the rules then a little bit? Because we always give 3 points, 2 points, 1 point.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking like 3-3-3, so that we don't have to single anybody out. Because we already know Lamine was the best player in this game.
Yeah.
So everybody gets 3 points that we choose. But first,
Rashford says the party's not over yet. Here he comes. Marcus Rashford, it's into the wall. It falls to Pedri, who just plucked out of the sky like it was nothing. Araujo's on left wing duty again. He's dug out quite a good cross, actually. And away by Koundé. This looked precarious at one point in the second half of Barça, but they've run away with things in the end. A 4-1 win against Villarreal. Very good going.
they're showing that, yeah, what do you know? Lewandowski's onside.
Yeah.
By a country mile, as we say.
Yeah, it's good 3-4 bodies there, my God. 4 goals for Hansi Flick's team today. He'll know that 4 will do enough to at least take them to extra time if there's no reply in it on Tuesday night. It's a team who can score goals. We know that. Of course, it's a different beast, but this is a side who, well, they scored so many. 277, wasn't it, we said before the game. And Hansi Flick, that's in Flick's tenure, by the way. And Hansi Flick, who's going to have 75 wins out of 100 games in charge of Barça. And Rashford's in, and it could be 5, but Villarreal in the end get back in. Well, they've been run over. They have tonight, this afternoon, I should say.
Beep,
Ooh,
beep,
that's
beep.
a foul from
That's
Medic.
fine. Foul, beep, beep, beep. Game over. Beep, beep, beep.
And I think if that wasn't in the minute 96, that would have been a yellow, I must say. Should be that, though. And yes, it is. It's full time at the Spotify Cup now. And Barça momentarily go 4 points clear at the top of La Liga. Either way, they're going to stay there. They've beaten Villarreal, who are 3rd place, by 4 goals to 1. A really special afternoon for Lamine Yamal, who was the star of the show, picking up his first Barça hat-trick. He'll take the match ball home, without a doubt the game's MVP. The Barça were professional, they were very good, and what a performance from Pedri off the bench too. They remain top of La Liga, and now all eyes turn to Tuesday night and the Copa del Rey. Full time here, Barça 4, Villarreal 1. Ah, how good was that, people? We certainly enjoyed it. Remontarem, that's what we want to believe for Tuesday night. Spence, all focused now, though, on this one. Not only such a good result, I think a good performance to go with it too. Dominant against a really good side. And Lamine was the star of the show, wasn't he?
He was the star of the show. He's getting all of the credit for a game that really everybody should get credit for tonight. Yeah. Everyone played their part. I thought everyone was pretty outstanding, to be honest. There wasn't one player who I thought, he probably could have played better today. Everyone played their role, and Lamine got the goals, and it never felt dangerous, really, from the beginning.
How's the match ball there, Lamine Yamal? He was on another planet this afternoon. One of his best performances in a very long time. For a Barça team who, remember, guys, started the game with Pedri on the bench. They certainly ended it with the Canarian on there. But Frenkie de Jong injured too. And they just made the most of it, Hansi Flick's team. They really did. They showed their true colours in this one. A statement win, I'd say, Spence, is what we were looking for before the game. I think that's fair to say that's what we got.
It was a statement, and it was 3 Lamine goals, all of which were brilliant in their own way for their own reasons, followed by a Lewandowski goal to put the icing on the cake against a team who are 3rd in La Liga. Let's not forget, that's what they just did to the 3rd best team in this league at home, which just goes to show you how good this team, talking about Barça, have been both at Montjuic and at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Yeah, they really have. Barça remain win as a side who've won every single game, by the way, at the Spotify Camp Nou so far this season. We've also won every single game at home in La Liga this season. That's across 3 different competitions. A team who have been that dominant, that strong, they really have been. And today, able to get the job done once more in a really crucial league game. Villarreal probably weren't up for it, you could say, Spence. I don't think it was their best performance, but are you giving more credit to Barça in that regard rather than to fault what Martino's team did?
Yeah, I would say that Barça came out with an intent in this game that we haven't seen from every game. That's what they want to try and do every game. Some days it's more possible than others. And at the beginning, we were also wondering exactly what this thing would look like. And Villarreal in the first 5 minutes showed us that they were going to go out and attack. And then after those 5-10 minutes at the start of the game, they brought it back a little bit, and they slowed things down, and they tried to stay more defensive, and that didn't really work for them. Barça took advantage of it, and they were able to get wherever they wanted, because all you got to do is get the ball to Lamine on the right-hand side and let him do the rest.
Yeah, I mean, he was that good, Lamine Yamal, who I'm hearing we will actually be hearing from in a few moments' time. So don't go anywhere, people. Lamine Yamal coming your way shortly. He was just that good, though, there wasn't he, Spence? And I will bring him up again in the post-game show, and we'll discuss of how good he was. But just to start off in the post-game show, what a performance from him. One of those standout games from him where he took the game with a scruff of the neck. You give him the ball and he'll make something out of it. The way he took his goals was magnificent. We know he's a special talent, we do, but he's now their top scorer this season for Barça. He keeps on producing. His numbers are really sharp too. He's hitting this sort of form at the right time of the season too, I'd say.
Dude, historic. I mean, absolutely historic. 95 games now in La Liga. That's now 27 goals in 95 games, to go along with 27 assists. And he's done that in 3 seasons plus 1 game in 22-23. So there's so much that we can enjoy about Lamine's game. But at 18 years old, I don't think we need to overanalyze. We can just enjoy.
I agree, Spence. I mean, he is really good fun. He certainly is. And we'll be hearing from him live in a few moments' time, too. There is Lamine Yamal speaking to the right holder first. Then he'll go and speak to Llorenç Tarés. And I'm sure all of you Barça fans will be looking forward to hearing from him. Now, let's get the Barça, the standings back on the screen for you right now. There's the table. 4 points clear now ahead of Real Madrid. They do play on Monday night. Of course they do. To Real Madrid against Getafe. So they've got a tough game there in terms of a difficult place to go. You never like to go away to Getafe, not on a Monday night.
No.
But for Barça, match day, 26 games played, 12 to go, Spence. It's starting to get into that crunch time of the season. I'd maybe more say when you come back from the international break, people can start to seriously start talking about the title. There's still probably enough games between now and then to really think, there's still time. There'll be ebbs and flows in this title race still. But that, for me, I think in terms of a side high up in the table, we've done our job and the homework against some sides lower down. We've got Villarreal this week. Next week, Athletic Club, who I know aren't having the best season, but they're still a tough team and a tough place to go. These are the games we've got to show our teeth in, aren't they?
And this was a week that at the beginning of it, or at the beginning of this game, we said, you've got to be vigilant because it could be one of those trap weeks where you're playing a really good team. Madrid are playing a team that are lower down on the table, and this is where the pendulum can shift if you let it. But if you do what Barça did, which is go out, get the job done, take a look, 4-point cushion, which means Madrid can't catch us before Monday. Now you can go into that game sort of with a free ticket, if you will, to say, hey, maybe Getafe can find a way to board the last one off of, used in a verb, to board the last one off of Madrid to see if they can just scrap a point away or something. Yeah,
let's certainly hope so. Anything will do for us right now, similar to what Osasuna did, of course, the other week. They're our Athletic Club with the way in 8th. They're our next opponents in La Liga. Attention very much turns to the Copa del Rey. First of all, though, for a Barça side who, of course, will face Atleti in that competition. Let's go to Llorenç Tarés. He's with Lamine Yamal.
Avui has fet el teu primer hat-trick com a professional. Felicitats per aquest partidàs que has fet i sobretot també per la victòria de l'equip, Lamine.
Molt content per la victòria de l'equip, sobretot, i per l'ajuda amb els gols.
Escolta, el segon ha estat una autèntica bogeria. No sé si és d'aquells que entra ja al top 5. Recordo aquell de l'Inter, que va ser espectacular també, però aquest d'avui no sé si és un dels millors.
El top 5 està difícil ara mateix, no sé si entra, però res, molt content pel gol, sobretot perquè ha ajudat l'equip a la victòria i ha permès el dimarts.
Més enllà dels gols i del hat-trick, Lamine, fa dies que et veiem un altre cop al millor nivell. No sé si és una sensació que tu també tens.
Sí, bueno, intento gaudir de jugar a aquest club, a aquest estadi. Sobretot quan juguem aquí a casa intento gaudir, no pensar que estic al meu millor moment, només jugo i quan em surten partits així, doncs gaudeixo molt.
Quan t'han canviat, no sé si has pogut veure la grada, la gent, com s'ha aixecat per ovacionar-te. És segurament la primera grandíssima ovació que t'has endut com a jugador.
Bueno, estava mirant a la meva mare, sobretot, que estava molt contenta i i res, ara parlaré amb ell, estava mirant a la meva mare, no m'he donat compte, però molt content. Aquest és el club de la meva vida i quan es fiquen així amb mi em fica molt content.
L'última, la millor manera de tot el que ve, d'afrontar tot el que ve per començar aquest intent de remuntada a la Copa contra l'Atlético.
Bueno, donarem tot, jo crec que tot és possible i sortirem amb tot. Necessitem l'ajuda d'aquesta gent i nosaltres ho donarem tot i és possible la remuntada.
Gràcies, Lamine, enhorabona.
There you have it, people. Words of Lamine Yamal live for you. Pitchside at the Spotify Come Now. He said it is possible to come back on Tuesday night. We'll give it our absolute all. He said, honestly, I didn't even think about the standing ovation. Thank you to the fans, but I was looking at my mum in the stands, is what he said he was looking for. Delighted to help the team. He said, I can't decide yet if that goal, the second one, ends up in the top 5 goals. But what a display from Lamine Yamal. We're going to take a very quick break here. We'll be back in a few moments' time. More reactions coming up, and indeed more analysis of this big win for Barça in LaLiga. See you in a moment, people. Hello there, Coolers. Welcome to the post-game show, the second half at least, on the Barça Live show. 4-1 win for the Blaugrana against Villarreal this afternoon. You can see the table on your screens there. And you can also see Lamine Yamal, 3 goals to his name. He was the star of the show. Another star of the show, though, for me, Spence, was Pedri, who didn't start today. And I was a little bit worried because I thought we're playing one of the best teams in LaLiga. De Jong's out for 6 weeks. Pedri's not starting. Bernal could be a bit exposed in midfield. But Pedri came off the bench and was absolutely wonderful. He really was. I mean, good news for the remainder of the month here, or the next month, I should say, because he came back firing. I mean, the assist for Lamine's goal, but more importantly, the way Barca controlled things, the pre-assist for Lewandowski's goal. He was simply on another planet when he stepped onto the pitch for that last half an hour. What a player, what a talent.
Yeah, I was just checking to see, since we were talking about it right at the end of the game, if he had gone over the 8.0 threshold as a substitute on the player rating, and he finished at 7.9, so he was just one tick off. But I mean, to have a game and have as much impact on a game in such a short period of time the way he did is the impressive part, because this game was 2-1 when he came in, and there was a moment of uncertainty surrounding Barca's 3 points today before he came on the pitch. And then as soon as he stepped on, even though it was only 2-1 at the time, the doubt dissipated. It was gone.
Let's go to Rennes. He's with Eric Garcia.
Sí, Pablo, next to Eric Garcia. Eric, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
La millor manera, no, d'afrontar un partit així i d'aquest tram de temporada tan important, avui l'equip ha mostrat una versió molt, molt sòlida contra un gran rival com és el Villarreal, i aquests 3 punts valen or.
Sí, crec que hem fet, es podria dir, un dels partits més complets de tota la temporada. Crec que les coses que hem estat treballant i hem ajustat s'han vist bé. En defensa hem estat més junts, hem defensat millor, hem tingut menys pèrdues de pilota i, com tu dius, no, contra un equip com el Villarreal.
Sensació, a més, que quan heu encaixat el gol no s'ha alterat gens el bioritme de l'equip.
Sí, al final crec que ha sigut un gol una mica de sort, 3-4 rebots dintre l'àrea, ens fan el gol, però bueno, crec que l'equip ha reaccionat bé i ja com he dit, no? Hem fet un molt bon partit.
T'he de preguntar per un nom. El tio aquest, el nano aquest, és bo, 18 anyets, Lamine, quina exhibició avui.
Sí, la veritat que no ens deixa de sorprendre. Primer hat-trick crec que ha fet i bueno, es podria haver guardat algun per dimarts, però bueno, no li traurem mèrit.
És un jugador que tu dius, no, segurament no deixa de sorprendre, i és d'aquests que fa que la gent que al final li agrada el futbol doncs avui disfruti l'ovació que ha rebut quan ha marxat. I vosaltres també us dona seguretat, no, tenir un jugador així.
Sí, està clar, tenir un jugador diferencial com ell, que saps que en qualsevol moment et pot canviar el partit, doncs sempre ha de tenir-lo a favor i no en contra, així que res, crec que està millorant molt, no sobretot ofensivament, sinó defensivament també, està creixent molt i això ens dona molt.
Dimarts és possible, Eric?
Sí, i tant, crec que avui era un test semblant al que podem tenir dimarts, un equip bastant semblant, també de Champions, crec que l'equip ha estat molt bé i estic segur que podem remuntar.
L'última, serà el primer partit de la temporada que no jugues. Segurament el pitjor dia per no jugar, oi?
Sí, és el que fa més mal, però bueno, estic segur que ho treballarem endavant, que remuntarem i a la final ja ho podré ser.
Això anava a dir, segur que jugues a la final. Gràcies, Eric.
Molt bé.
Doncs amb l'Eric Garcia, que ens ha acompanyat, de seguida més protagonistes, companys.
Llorenç, thank you very much. Eric Garcia there saying, yeah, Llorenç said it to him. This is the first game Eric Garcia is going to be missing this season, the one against Atleti. What a shame for Hansi Flick. Yeah. But he said it there. You'll be ready for the final, I suppose, eh? And Eric was saying, yeah, I mean, look, we have to believe we can come back. He said that was one of our most complete performances of the season, though, today, Spence, which I thought was interesting, against a side similar. And we're going to hear from Hansi Flick, too. He's with Llorenç.
Yeah, with Hansi Flick, I guess satisfied for the game. What a performance from the team.
Yes, of course. Was important today to see how we played and you know, at the end it's also like this have to give us the confidence also for Tuesday.
Playing like this, everything is possible on Thursday.
Yeah, it's like that. It's not easy, but we will give everything.
The next question is just a name, Lamine. What a performance! What a goal, the second one, and what a game he did.
Yes, of course, but at the end it's the whole team. You know, Lamine, okay, he's exceptional and he's there for make the people also happy, but also the team. Everyone today played a fantastic game. So we played as a unit, and this is what I want to see. You know, this is against the ball. We also, when we lose the ball, we are directly there. So for me, and also Fermin made a fantastic game. Also against the ball, and this as a number 10 we need also in the game.
Last one, Hansi. The best way to celebrate your 100 games with Barça. Hansi Flick is a happy coach.
Yes, of course, and I'm really happy because my family is here and they saw again a victory from us.
So let's go to celebrate with them. Thanks a lot.
Do that. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Hansi Flick there speaking to Dennis. That's nice, isn't it? His family in the stands, of course. It was his birthday the other day as well, by the way. And 100 games now for Barça, 75 wins. Spencer, I was just saying, one of the most complete performances of the season. I actually, whilst that was going on with that interview with Flick, I just looked here. One shot on target for Villarreal. It was their goal. That's very good going for against third in LaLiga.
Yeah, that's why we were saying that it was a good thing John Garcia wasn't as involved today. He gets no consideration for player of the match because... We didn't need him today. Defensively, Barça did just as good of a job in this game, I thought, as they did on the offensive side of the ball, where they were able to go get goals, and Lamine wowed us. But defensively, they kept Villarreal from creating really dangerous chances. They had a couple, as any team is going to have throughout the course of a game. But on the whole, Barça, I thought, defended every potential through ball really well. Yeah,
I got to say that. I mean, individuals at the back. We heard from Eric Garcia. I think him and Koubarsi starting to make a good partnership at the back. We're going to miss that on Tuesday night. We really are. He's going to have to try and find a way around it. I just wonder whether him bringing out Araujo on was him saying, that might well be something I use. Let me get him and Koubarsi at least 25 minutes playing together. But we looked good without the ball today. Again, I thought Eric and Koubarsi won it back so many times on halfway just to start us, get us going again. And that's ultimately limited the Villarreal side, who have got a lot of quality to little here. It really has. And Valdez with Llorens too. More interviews coming in.
Sí, amb l'Alejandro Valde que ens acompanya i també segur que com els seus companys satisfets pel resultat i pel partit d'avui. Bona tarda, Alejandro.
Bona tarda.
Contents, no? Perquè al davant teníem un molt bon rival i l'equip ha fet una de les actuacions, deia l'Eric, més sòlides de la temporada.
Sí, crec que ha estat un partit molt bo. Sabíem que teníem el Villarreal, un equip molt dur, un rival que està fent una molt bona temporada, però com tu has dit, crec que hem fet un partit molt sòlid i això és el més important.
Venen uns dies apassionants i molt complicats perquè tenim aquesta eliminatòria de Copa contra l'Atlético, la visita a Sant Mamés, la tornada de la Champions. El Madrid està posant pressió, òbviament, no? Però com us sentiu vosaltres? Tot i les baixes, sembla que la sensació és que l'equip va cada vegada més cap amunt.
Sí, bé, crec que amb aquest partit teníem 7 abans de l'aturada de selecció. I crec que bé, crec que hem d'anar partit a partit. Sí que és veritat que juguem massa partits, però sempre és difícil, però crec que l'equip està bé físicament, mentalment, i això és el més important.
Jugant així, és possible dimarts?
No, sempre és possible. Sí que és veritat que és un partit complicat, però sempre és possible. Si ells en van ficar 4 gols, doncs nosaltres també podem, i crec que hem d'anar a lluitar.
Avui, li preguntava a l'Eric, després d'encaixar el gol, l'equip ha tingut molta calma i durant tot el partit ha estat com molt calmat, sabent perfectament què havia de fer. Dimarts, que és un partit segurament de bogeria, no?, en molts moments, s'ha de tenir el cap fred, és qüestió de cor, o on pot estar la clau una mica, no?, per aixecar un partit així?
No, jo crec que una mica de les dues. Hem de tindre una mica de cap fred, també, com tu has dit, també una mica de cor, perquè és un partit que hem d'anar a ficar gols. Al final són 4 gols que ens van ficar. Però, com has dit, cap fred, però hem d'anar a ficar gols.
L'última, tu que ets bon amic de Lamine, avui estava eufòric, Quin partidàs, quina exhibició, i el segon gol, quina bogeria.
Sí, crec que el que està fent és espectacular. Amb només 18 anys, crec que està fent... Tothom ho està veient i espero que sigui molts anys així.
Gràcies, Alejandro, i molta sort dimarts i felicitats també per avui, que la Lliga és important.
Gràcies.
Doncs amb l'Alejandro Valde, que ens acompanyava també, un altre protagonista aquí, Pablo.
Llorens, thank you very much. Yeah, words from Alejandro Valde there, 2 people who keeps on racking up minutes in a Barca shirt. All of them, Spence, so far, have said for Tuesday, we believe. Why wouldn't you believe?
I believe. I got no other choice. I might as well. What are you gonna do? Say, nah, it's over. I'm not even gonna.
We're good. Yeah.
What else are you doing on Tuesday night? You got anything better to do?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll do that.
And sometimes you go into a game, like I always use Getafe as the example of being like, this is going to be boring. You really think Tuesday's game is going to be boring?
Yeah, whatever happens, it's going to be great fun, yeah. It's going to be a very good one indeed for Barça, who we can see they're clear at the top of the table. I wonder if we can get the Champions League draw images on our screen too, by the way, because, of course, this happened yesterday. Barça now, of course, do have the route to the final, if you like, in Budapest. Mapped out. We do indeed know the draw. Spence, we got drawn away to Newcastle, who, by the way, have just lost at home to Everton. This is not a side in good form. They're in the bottom half of the Premier League table. That's the draw. If you haven't seen it, people, this was yesterday. That's Barca's route. Newcastle, second legs at the Spotify Camp Nou. If we beat them, it's either Atletico or Tottenham, second leg away. And then a semi-final against either Bodo Glimt, Sporting, Leverkusen or Arsenal. Spence, I haven't spoken to you about this. Are you happy with the draw?
Yeah, from a Barca standpoint, I don't know how you could draw it up any better. I don't know if you could. Once you get into obviously beyond the round of 16, then it becomes a bit more of a guessing game. But put it like this: first of all, round of 16, PSG are on the other side. So
yeah.
Although Hansi would of course say if he was asked about this, we have to beat all of the best teams anyway to get there. But that being said, you'd prefer more favorable matchups. So PSG's on the other side. Madrid are on the other side because they could have been drawn to this side, depending on how it played out. And so now you've got this stat that's going around. It's making the rounds everywhere, which is that all of the Champions League trophies that have been won by these 16 teams, all of them are on the left-hand side of the bracket, except for one in the 21st century, which is Barca doing theirs. So
yeah,
it's strange.
Yeah.
You can spin it however you want, but yeah, what I'm looking for from a Barca perspective, and if we wanted, we could talk if we had more time, which we might. We can talk about other perspectives, but from a Barca perspective, it's a great draw. And full in on Bodo Glimt, by the way.
Yeah, you're a fan, yeah?
Big Bodo Glimt fan over here.
Now, we've got a bit more time, Spence. We can discuss it for a bit more. I do think initially you look at it, I think the big worry for Barca is if we do get past Newcastle, which I think will be tough, you face what I think will be Atleti against Tottenham. You never know again, but I think they're favourites. The second leg would be at the Metropolitano, which I think is a bit of a blow because they get that factor pista. I don't know how you would say that, the factor de campo.
Like home field advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they get that for the second leg, which is indeed big and important for them. But I agree with you. You just look at it, and the fact that Barca are the only team on that side who've won a Champions League in the 21st century. Look at the names there: Chelsea, PSG, Liverpool, Madrid, City, Bayern. It's mightily strong. Here.
I mean, yeah, and we also have to be realistic, right? Nobody on Barca's squad has won a Champions League, at least with Barca. Of course, Lewandowski's done it before, and other players have gotten very close. And Eric Garcia, I believe, did he do it with City? Was he there?
He would have been gone by then.
He came back.
Would have been gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So but there's still plenty of talent in Barca and in veteran leadership.
Christensen
with Chelsea for sure.
Yep.
But this mentality from last year too, I think will play a big factor because they were on the cusp last year. They were very, very close, and they let it slip, but they're going to learn from it, I think. Because now we come back to a point where they could end up finding their way through. And who knows what it's going to look like. Champions League always gives us surprises, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's see indeed. Right, we've discussed about the Champions League. Let's go back to the Spotify Camp Nou where we've got Llorens waiting for us. Llorens, we don't believe there's going to be any more protagonists your position.
Yeah.
But for Barca, that's a really good win, isn't it? 4-1, 4 goals. Sort of similar number to what we'd need on Tuesday night, but a good sort of pre-game, right? And a big confidence boost for Barca, right?
I tant que sí, bona tarda novament des d'aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Ja no tindrem efectivament més protagonistes i amb aquest bon gust que ens deixa els 4 gols, sí, tant de bo dimarts puguem tornar a repetir un partit com aquest i un resultat, doncs mira, que ens deixaria molt a prop. És que és molt difícil aixecar un 4-0, però el Barça jugant així tot és possible. Playing like this, everything is possible i evidentment si tens Lamine Yamal, doncs que es prepari l'Atlético, perquè hi haurà segur algun moment del partit en què tindrem la remuntada a prop. Aquesta és la paraula que a partir d'ara només vull escoltar, Pablo. Okay? Just one word. Come back, remuntada, focus on this. I hem de confiar en que l'equip blaugrana pugui, si més no, jo crec, estar a prop. El primer que ha de fer el Barça és fer un molt bon partit. Evidentment és una empresa força complicada, però si el Barça juga com ho ha fet avui, en moments de calma i sobretot també deixant-se portar per la gent de l'Spotify Camp Nou, un moment de rauxa també, per què no somiar amb aquesta remuntada. Avui, més enllà d'això, però, em quedo amb aquests 3 punts que són molt importants per la Lliga, perquè, evidentment, recordem que el proper compromís és Sant Mamés, que és un estadi molt complicat. El Madrid juga dilluns, ara mateix 4 punts de diferència, tota la pressió per al conjunt blanc. I escolta, veurem el que passa en aquestes properes jornades. Però ara ve un calendari apassionant i avui el primer pas l'ha fet l'equip blaugrana, més en Pedri tornant, rebent l'ovació i sobretot el partit de Lamine. Els vots, Pablo?
Sí, i tant, endavant, Llorenç, endavant.
3 points goes to Lamine Yamal.
No.
2, Lamine Yamal. 1, Lamine Yamal. No sé si... Is it possible to do that? It's okay?
I've already put your ones on the screen.
Ok. D'acord, Fermín 2 punts i Eric Garcia 1, però és que avui és que Lamine, és que el segon gol de Lamine, i ara ho deia Alejandro Valde i Eric Garcia, és un d'aquells gols que jo crec que entrarà al top 5 de Lamine. Recordo el de l'any passat contra l'Inter a les semifinals de la Champions, al partit el Lluís Companys va fer un gol espectacular, però és que el d'avui, per on ha entrat la pilota, segurament aquell mateix escaire on va aconseguir marcar contra Joan Garcia a l'Espanyol, és un dels grans gols que ha fet Lamine amb la samarreta del Barça, que avui s'ha endut, per cert, la primera pilota. És el primer hat-trick de Lamine a la seva carrera professional, a la seva trajectòria. Havia fet 3 doblets, però mai havia marcat un hat-trick i avui, amb 74 minuts, fins que ha estat substituït, n'ha marcat 3 i s'ha endut la gran ovació del públic. Per tant, això és tot, amb aquesta alegria. Què més? Esperar ja que arribi dimarts. Tic-tac, tic-tac.
Jo tengo una pregunta,
Yeah, you have a question. I have no doubt. You have a question, Spence.
Com sempre. Yo tengo una pregunta porque...
Waiting for your question. Can't wait.
Porque
Come on. I'm ready.
aquí estamos discutiendo, es que we're debating quién té els millors cavalls, Pablo Bulls Blanco, Ferran Torres o Lamine Yamal.
Wow, that's a very difficult question, Spence. I didn't expect this question.
I know. Ja ho sé.
Sure.
Ja ho sé.
By the way, neither did I. You're tampoc.
Pablo Bulls, always in my team. Spence. Pablo Bulls, always in my team.
Wow. Que flow.
Not you and me, Spence, not you and me.
No.
It's el mío. Llorenç, before you go, for the Barça Live fans, do you believe for Tuesday?
I believe. Just one word.
Remontada.
We'll see.
Llorenç, I love it. Get some rest. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Take care, my friend.
See you, my friends.
Adeu. There we have it then. Llorenç believes we all have to believe, people.
And he believes in you,
I know,
man.
That was sweet.
Unbelievable. He didn't have to do that
no,
for you.
I know, and I wasn't expecting it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You should feel good about yourself today.
I do.
You didn't get your prediction right.
Nah, I know. And him as well. We should have asked him about that.
Yeah.
Both of us, at literally the last second, happened exactly what we thought might well happen, didn't it, Spence? Marcelino's in the press room, by the way, so after he leaves his position, we'll hear from Hansi Flick a few more responses from Flick to this one. But we've said it, Spence. I mean, I think these 2 last clean weeks have been really good for Barça, haven't they? They've given us time to rest, to recover. I think we've seen the energy levels have been up for the last 2 games. Now it gets chaotic again. You know, you've got Atleti, which I think will be an energy sapper. You've got Athletic Club, that's going to be big. Champions League away to Newcastle. Sevilla, isn't it? I think after that, if I'm not incorrect yet. Sevilla after that, which is the day of the elections, of course. Then you've got the second leg against. You've got the second leg against Newcastle.
Yep.
And you've got Rayo, is it, Spencer? Before we wrap up,
You're on it.
That's going to be exciting, right?
It's a gauntlet, and we've talked about the number of games at home. You just mentioned 7 games, and 5 of those 7 are going to be played at the Spotify Camp Nou, and that doesn't include the one that was just played today. So we talk about the home form that Barça have been in, and let's see if they can come up with the remontada on Tuesday against Atleti. But if they, whether they do or they don't, you still have, then you go away for 2 straight. You do Athletic Club at San Mamés, which is difficult, and you go to St. James's Park. But then after that, you come back and you got 3 in a row at home. And that includes Sevilla, that includes the second leg of the Champions League, and that includes Rayo. So I think a good thing that Hansi has done, which we heard him say, is break this section of the calendar down into 7 games before the international break.
Yeah.
And then you sort of reset the clock and you reset the batteries and you get back to it and you do April and May. But for now, let's focus on March, which begins tomorrow.
Yeah, certainly. So, it's straight on tomorrow. We've got some nice images, by the way, of the post-game after this one. We heard about Lamine speaking about the fact that he went to see his mum after he scored a hat-trick. There he is with her. That's nice, isn't it, Spence? His first match ball of his professional career. Nice moment. The moments to spend with your family, right?
Love that. Look at that.
Yeah, nice embraces from the Lamine Yamal family. There he is with his match ball, by the way, people. There you have it, the official image of the 18-year-old, his first one. We get the feeling it won't be his last. Spence, your MVP votes then, whilst we're on the theme.
Yeah, well, there's no surprise about who gets 3 points. And I said we should be giving 3 points to as many people as possible, but we can't do that. Apparently, It's against the rules, and Pablo is the one in charge here. So Lamine gets 3 points, and that anybody else who got 3 points just wouldn't be true. Lamine was the best player on the pitch. He scored 3 goals. And then we go to Pedri because he comes off the bench, and I mentioned it already. I don't need to go into it too many more times. But man, Barça were apparently close to being on the brink because they gave up the goal to make it 2-1. It felt like for a second maybe this game has actually more suspense in it than we thought. Things were really smooth and calm, and then they weren't. And then Pedri came in, and then they were again. And we were all happy to just let this thing ride until the end. Pedri gets the assist to make it 3-1. He had the hockey assist to make it 4-1. He was controlling the game. Barça, as you said, barely lost the ball. And for the better part of the first half and the early portion of the second half, that wasn't Pedri doing it. It was Marc Bernal doing it, which is why he gets 1 point for me. But we also could have given a point to a lot of other players in this game.
I found this incredibly difficult. Members, let us know your MVP votes, by the way. El Mirdays has got Lamine, Pedri, and Eric. Peter Malaguita has got Lamine, Fermin, and Eric. I found this really difficult. I'm going to be honest with you. I really did. I mean, this was just about as tricky as it gets. I'm going to show you mine, people. Let me get them on my screen right now. There they are. Here's what I've gone for. Lamine Yamal with 3, Pedri with 2. And I went for Koulibaly. I just think I wanted to give Koulibaly praise today because I think he did so much unspoken work in terms of turning over possession, starting Barca's attacks again, that he was so good. But I do feel a bit silly sat here, not giving any points to Bernal, any to Fermin, who I thought were both magnificent, and Eddie Garcia, who I'm glad Llorente brought up too, I also thought was at the top of his game. I really do. So I feel a bit odd, but I had to give some credit to Koulibaly, and I wanted to today. Pedri, I think, continues to dazzle. We're not sure how he's that good, but he is. And Lamine Yamal, I mean, that sort of game from him, he was always going to get the 3 points. There's little to no doubt about that. Let us know, guys, if you have any more. These are the final votes then, Spence. Quite a few names in there. I mean, we got all the names on that we want to talk about.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign. That means that everybody played well. Because we've got 6 different names for 9 spots, and Lamine took up 3 of those 9 spots.
Yeah, that's good from Lamine. He's got, as you expect, a 9 points from 9. Everyone giving him 3 points for today's game. Pedri with a close second there. And Fermin also with 2 points to his name. Barca hitting a good piece of form in the season. If there's anyone who can score goals, which is what we're going to have to do, Spence, on Tuesday night, it is Barca, isn't it? I suppose a question mark will be, can we keep them out down the other end? Because Atleti already showed in that first leg that they are rampant going forward.
Yeah, when we talked about it during the game, the idea is that there are going to be goals in this game, and you'd like to put forward the idea that you have to be perfect defensively, and that's probably what Hansi will say, is that we can't allow anything in the back of the net if we want to complete this comeback. At the same time, what's the difference between 4 goals and 5 goals? Yeah, you got to have the shooting boots on anyway, so if Barca go out without the fear of conceding and they just go try and score as many, and in the process of doing that, they give one back, the tie won't be over. Yeah. It'll be a lot more difficult, but it won't be over. Obviously, if you give up 2, that's going to be just about it. But I think you've really got to first focus on getting 1 or 2 before halftime, and then trying to see if you can go all-out blitz in the second half and see what happens. You got nothing to lose, literally. You're already losing in the tie, so you might as well go for it.
A lot of these conversations, I'm not sure if you remember these ones, Spence, remind me of the conversations we were having after the PSG game in 2016-17 season. And it was all like 5-0, 5-0. And I remember a lot of the discourse was saying, we're not going to win 5-0 because we're not going to not concede. And I feel quite similar coming into this one. I don't think Barca are going to keep a clean sheet on Tuesday night. I can't quite see it. But I do think something weird and crazy could happen, like it happened that night where Barca won 6-1. Could be like a 6-2 to take it to extra time, and then who knows? I just get the feeling it's not... If we are to make it, it won't be a 5-0 Barca win. I just don't think this team under Hansi Flick plays that way that's going to be possible, And in fact, very few teams will be able to beat an Atletico side 5-0.
Right. Agreed. That's what I was saying earlier, is that this tie, on the whole, is either going to end 7-1 to Atleti, or it's going to be like a 5-3, and the second leg ends up being like 3-1 or something, where Barca make the push, but it's just not enough in the end. Or obviously the best case scenario is the comeback case scenario, where who knows, they force extra time, or they maybe even they win it in the 90. We don't know, but it's just that's why these ties are drawn up the way that they are. It's the only round out of the Copa del Rey where you actually get the chance to do this, because if it was the single elimination, 1-game knockout format, we're not even talking about this anymore, and it's already over. So that second game is built and set up for Barca to actually give it a shot.
They'll be kicking themselves, won't they, Barca? That they let it get to 4, though, I think, because I think it's an almighty mountain to climb.
It was all in the first half. We were watching that game. You were watching it here. I was watching it at home, and we were thinking, just get to halftime, please, because this is a disaster. It's a mess. And they couldn't, and then they got the goal in the second half. They got chopped off, and cosas de la vida, but we'll get back to playing football. Yeah. I mean, it unraveled away from Barca, but it's in the past, unfortunately, I suppose, and Barca have got to have to respond on Tuesday night. They really do for this one. They made a good response today, though, didn't they, with their 4 goals against Villarreal. They were sharp, they were effective. Lamine was on hot form. It's a good preview game, if you like, I'd say, for Tuesday night, and I always think the game before a match like this is really important. I've said that before. I have a bit of a theory about the matches before Clásicos. I think if you lose it, often doesn't go well, in my opinion. So I think you have to win the game before a Clásico. I feel like you have to win a game before if you want to make a big comeback like this too. And I remember before that PSG game, I think we scored 5 against Delta on the weekend. Scored 6 midweek. We scored 4 here. Here you go.
I just think it breeds that confidence in the team. And our record at the Spotify Camp Nou is sharp too. It really is. And that will give us a boost, right?
Yeah, I agree.
See Eddie Garcia on the ball there. He's not going to be available for the game on Tuesday. Now, that's one of the big losses for Hansi Flick and his coaching staff, who does have decisions to make. I think in defence, he's got to decide whether it's Gerard Martin or whether he goes for Araujo at centre-back. But more importantly, in midfield, I think he's got bigger decisions to make. And maybe up front too. Is it Ferran? Is it Lewandowski? But in midfield, there's no De Jong. That makes it a bit easier. He's used a lot of Olmo and Fermin in recent weeks. Does he drop one of those out and have Bernal and Pedri? Which way would you go, Spence?
I don't know what it looks like exactly. I think Bernal does work. It's really, I gotta say, this is a tough one because you've got to make the right choices, and Hansi has plenty of choices. I mean, Fermin to me seems like someone you would want out there to come up with a wonder goal in a moment. Pedri's got to be out there if he's healthy. After that?
Yeah. I hear you.
After that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's whether he goes more attacking and says, you know what, have Olmo too, which actually just thinking about it, Olmo, Pedri and Fermin is maybe a bit too much.
Yeah.
You at least need a 6 back there, don't you, really, I think.
Bernal could be the guy for that reason.
I think I think right now, you're probably thinking, which is of Saturday, nearly 7 o'clock, you're probably thinking Bernal, Pedri and Fermin, I think is the way I'd go. But again, Fermin played the 90 minutes today. I don't know if that's something Flick wanted or whether he was resting him, whether he was thinking, whether he was resting Olmo.
Who else are you throwing in there?
Olmo's the other option, of course. It's between those 4. I mean, 100% he's got to
He
pick 3 of them.
played 2.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. So all eyes on Tuesday night, really. We've got all eyes on the press room to see when Hansi Flick steps in. Marcelino is still discussing his team's defeat. Villarreal are still in a good spot for them. They are 3 points above Atleti, who, by the way, play tonight. Our opponents, of course, for Tuesday. They're away against Real Oviedo, struggling right down the bottom end of La Liga. Let's take a look at it again, by the way, Spence. We took a look at it last week, didn't we? That's how things are looking. Oviedo right now, no, they desperately need wins, don't they?
It's getting fairly close. I mean, Oviedo are the team down at the bottom who really need that victory to get themselves back within, at this point, it would be 5 points of safety. But Levante won yesterday, so they pick up 3 points. They beat Alaves, so they get a little bit closer. Mallorca and Elche obviously level. Valencia right there. It's a close race, and it's starting to turn into what it usually does every year, which is that one team is pretty much out of it, although Oviedo can turn it around. I think they're capable of it.
Yeah,
but
they got a game in hand as well.
Either way, the other teams are all in that bunched up area that are 5-6 points apart, and you never know what can happen. I'd always like watching the relegation race. Getafe, by the way, who are Madrid's opponent on Monday, are doing exactly what they do every year, which is like toy with it for a little bit, and then I wish we could just get them to the Segunda permanently forever, but not Monday, but every other day.
Okay, yeah. Monday they can get a win, which would propel them right into the top half.
Yeah,
it would.
So, it would.
That would keep them well away from that. That is the game we've got to watch out for. La Liga speaking, guys, on Monday night. It is that one that Getafe face Real Madrid. And here are the fixtures, by the way, on your screens. These are the results that have gone on around the grounds. You spoke about it, Spence, that Friday night win for Levante against Deportivo Alaves. Athletic Club, our next opponents in La Liga. They drew earlier today to Rayo. We've beaten Villarreal 4-1. Mallorca are on the way at home to Real Sociedad. Tonight, you've got that game between our cup opponents and bottom place Oviedo away from home for Atleti. And look what else we've got. Hansi Flick's in the press room.
Hansi!
Goodbye, Coolers. We'll see you again on Tuesday night. Believe, people, believe. That's my message for you. Today was really good. Tuesday night can be even better. We'll see you soon, Coolers. Take care.
Bona tarda, Mireia Ruido en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. El partit d'avui ha estat fantàstic de Lamin, un gran nivell de Pedri, però també de Fermín, de Covarsí, de Joan Garcia. Com d'important era fer avui un dels partits més complets de la temporada per tot el que ara ve i per la classificació? Gràcies.
It's for us most important that we play on this level because it has to give us the confidence. I think also in the first half we could score maybe 1 or 2 goals more, but at the end it's like it is, and I'm really happy about the result, but also how we play, about the performance. So this is and not only these players, I think everyone gives his best, and it was good to see that.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Et volia preguntar per l'impacte del hat-trick de Lamine Yamal amb una actuació tan espectacular com la d'avui. Avui l'hem vist content, hem vist somriure. I després també ell, quan ha parlat a la televisió, ha dit que fins fa cosa d'una setmana no se sentia així, no se sentia a gust, no se sentia feliç. Si tu també tenies aquesta percepció d'ell pel que parlaves amb ell, i si ara que es torna a sentir tan feliç al terreny de joc, si creus que es pot mantenir aquest nivell futbolístic de Lamine ara que el tram final de temporada ja ens ve a sobre. Gràcies.
I think we had also in the past games we had a lot of chances. When I remember in Real Sociedad, it was unbelievable how many chances we had and we missed. So at the end it's like that. I think now today we need these 3 goals. We need these 3 goals. come back as on this level with this confidence. But for me it was also very important against the ball. When you lose the ball, we were directly there, so we had a small distance between us and could directly press. And this is also important for the next match on Tuesday.
Hola, Hansi. Santi Valle para el Carrusel Deportivo de la cadena SER, el que dices de SER Cataluña. Me gustaría incidirte en esta frase que ha dicho Lamine Yamal después del partido. En la televisión ha dicho, hasta hace una semana no era feliz jugando al fútbol. ¿Por qué cree que le pasaba esto? Si es por la pubalgia, por otros motivos, ¿qué cree que o si sabe que le pasaba a Lamine, ¿por qué no era feliz jugando al fútbol?
Sometimes it's like I said before, so it's when you score a goal, on the second goal, it's much easier. I think also for Lamine, the situation, he's very young, okay, and also he has to improve, but he has a huge quality. We know, everyone knows that, and I think the opponent, sometimes they are playing with 2-3 players against him, and for him it's you could also feel that he have not also the confidence, but also not the dynamic for this one-against-one situation. For today, I'm really happy about that, what happens, and has to give him the confidence. And of course, when he enjoy playing football, it's perfect for him and also for us.
Hola, Hansi. Elena Condis de la cadena COPE. Hemos visto que Pedri sumaba otros 35 o 40 minutos, pensando seguramente en ser titular contra el Atlético de Madrid, y comentábamos en la transmisión que cuando Pedri entra es como que se contagia a todo el equipo, es como el profesor que entra a clase y todos los alumnos le siguen, o es como cuando el jefe entra a la oficina y todos los trabajadores se ponen las pilas. ¿Lo ves así?
Well, I think it's not with everyone like that. No every teacher, no every boss is like that. But with Pedri, I can imagine. This is, Pedri is for us a really important player, and also he gives us a good structure with the ball. He keeps the ball, and this is good to have him there. And of course we think about to let him start maybe on Tuesday, but we see how we will do it.
Hola, señor Flick, aquí Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. Hoy era un partido propicio, tal como juegan los dos equipos, para sufrir mucho en defensa, por aquello de la defensa adelantada, el Villarreal buscando la espalda con jugadores viniendo en segunda línea. Algo pasó contra el Girona, Atlético de Madrid, pero en realidad no ha sido así, porque el Villarreal no ha generado prácticamente ocasiones, y menos de este tipo. ¿Qué ha hecho bien hoy el Barça, el equipo, para en un partido así hoy no haber sufrido en este sentido? Gracias.
So this is when you lose the ball, you have to. This is the transition from the offense to the defense is important. If you are not good in this, I think every team will suffer. So for us today was important to see that also we did a big step also in the last match, but today was really great. So we had the good dynamic, the intensity was high. And also the confidence in every one against one situation. You can see it from everyone, and this is what we need. We need this. We need everybody on this level.
Josep Capell de Radio Nacional de España, aquí atrás. Felicidades por la victoria. ¿No se da la sensación que hoy el equipo ha recuperado cosas que los últimos partidos quizás no tenía, y que sí es el mejor partido que han jugado desde el partido pese a la derrota contra la Real Sociedad, y si esto hace que tenga más esperanzas de cara al martes de poder remontar? El hecho del nivel del juego del equipo en el día de hoy. Gracias.
Everyone knows that it's against Atletico is not easy. These 4 goals, but at the end, what I can say, we will fight for that. We will never give up, and we'll see what happens on Tuesday. For me, I think everyone now. I said that against Levante was good, but also today was against the ball a really good game. Also when I speak about Fermin was fantastic against the ball, and this we need, in some matches against Atletico and also against Girona, we didn't make this this part of our game well, and so we missed this to come back to defend as a unit, and this is the important thing as a team, and we did this, I think, last season perfectly, and today also perfectly. So we come back, and this is this level I want to see the team.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Alejandro Segura, de Radio Marca. Me gustaría saber qué ha pasado en un momento del partido con Marcelino, que hemos visto que se han discutido en el banquillo, luego se han dado un abrazo y se ha podido hablar con él después del partido. Gracias.
Yes, of course we spoke outside there, but you know, at the end it's like that. We fair play is when the player lays on the bottom, the opponent, and you have the ball and then kick him out. We did it, I think, once. I'm not sure twice, but at the end, in this moment, I also expect this from the opponent. This is what I say, but it's about that. It's an emotion, and this happens. But he's making a fantastic job with his team, and I respect him a lot. So at the end, after the game, it's done. So for me, it's done. We focus on that. It's like that. The moment, and I get the yellow card for that. I deserved it.
Aquí, Víctor García de Televisión Española. Hoy ha hecho también un buen partido Marc Bernal. Me gustaría que valorara su actuación y si está muy por encima ahora mismo de Casado, que hoy tampoco ha tenido minutos.
Casa was today. One day he didn't train, so and yesterday, yeah. We made not so much, and he could train. But at the moment, Bernie is a little bit ahead, of course, and he played a great game. Also today, scored 2 goals in the past matches, and he's on a good level, on a good moment. Also, he is giving us a good structure with the ball. He's really important thing to keep the ball and to switch the sides. So it's really good what I see from him, and this is also what I love when he played on this level.
Últimes 2 preguntes, last 2 questions.
Hola, Hansi. Juli Claramunt, en directe a Gigantes. Vas recuperant efectius. No sé si treballes i treballeu a l'estaf amb que Gavi com a mínim pugui entrar a la convocatòria per dimarts, i també de cara a dimarts, quin missatge li donaries a l'afició? Gràcies.
No, for as Gavi, I think it's too early. But of course, you know, we know everyone in the stadium. We know everyone also fight together with this team 90 minutes or maybe some minutes more. So I think everything is possible. We will try everything, and at the end we see what happens.
Hola, Hansi. Laia Cervelló de Bis Atletic. Lamine Yamal avui ha marcat el seu primer hat-trick de la seva carrera com a professional. M'agradaria saber quina valoració fas del seu partit i també com valores el segon gol que ha marcat. Gràcies.
I think everyone saw his performance today. I think the first shot he need to coming in the game, and what happens after that was exceptional. So it's Lamine on this level. It's fantastic for us, and also we need him on this level on Tuesday. So this is what I want to see.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa. Moltes gràcies.
Thanks.